random giant truck in our parking lot.
Oh, yeah.
And I don't know if somebody ran out of gas and obnoxiously parked. Like, it's not pulled into a space, it's pulled across 3 spaces.
Right.
I got here this morning. I thought you got a new truck.
Yeah. Those pole vaulting skills went up over the weekend.
Right.
Yeah, he's been working on that. He's got another foot in him. That pole vaulting experience getting into the vehicle was really something.
The Chuck and Bo Show.
I would resist the urge to drink this morning.
Stop. I'm done.
You said a lot of good things there.
Well, I don't know if I said one good thing.
I met a guy last night. Love y'all to death, Jeff.
You mind if I share?
I'm looking forward to it.
The show of record for Razorback fans.
Driving my son to school, and first thing he says when we hop in the car, he says, "Let's turn on the Chuck and Bo Show."
It's too early for this kind of conversation. I'm still happy to see you.
Here are your hosts, Chuck Barrett and Bo Mattingly.
Oh, my. Oh, man. It just keeps getting a little more interesting as Arkansas is right in the middle of the NCAA tournament conversation around the country. I just keep seeing it pop up, different articles, like, can we call Arkansas Cinderella? I keep seeing it talked about. Are we comfortable with that? I mean, it doesn't really matter if you are or you're not, but it's just such a interesting story. And I was just thinking about this before we went on the air. How different is this year as a Razorback fan? And by different, I mean a couple of different things. How we got here. And then the second part is how confident you are in the team and their ability to advance. And what will it take, and can they get to the Final Four? And if they get there, have you allowed yourself to even dream beyond that? What is a little bit different than some of these kinds of runs that Arkansas has been on in the past is maybe the confidence that you have in this team. Like, I have a pretty high level of confidence in this team because I know what they're capable of. And I know that you don't have to depend on just one or two guys, that it can be any given night a different leading scorer or a player having a huge impact. And I just don't remember a year quite like this one. At the same time, I'm sitting here asking myself, do I trust this team? Do I know what team is going to show up? And they've been pretty consistent. They lost to Ole Miss. I felt like there were a lot of circumstances in that game at the SEC tournament that led to that, like Adu fouling out with 5 minutes to go on a foul. And there were others in the game that I didn't think should have been called. So I reason with that, like, okay, this team's actually been pretty trustworthy for a while now. But you've also, you know, you can't just erase some of the memories. And you still go into a game as they're leading, thinking this is too good to be true, that's not going to hold up. It was fun while it lasted. And so it's like every game, I think you're still sort of like that. I'm just curious where everybody else is today. But we got huge news yesterday. Chuck's in San Francisco. Bart and Edward with me here in studio. I've gotten carried away with the emotion, and I'll get to that here in a minute. And then Cal just breaks news yesterday on the Pat McAfee show that Adu Thiero will be available to play.
Am I breaking this with you, Pat?
Come on.
Adu Thiero is available.
Okay.
Come on.
Okay.
He is available. Now, I played Boogie, who was available, 15, 18 minutes, but he helped us win the game.
Huge.
He made the steal. He made the plays. He made the assist. Now, Adu, it's a different deal because we need his toughness and his athleticism. The most he'll play, 12 minutes, maybe 15, maybe, I doubt. But you got to prepare now because we're a different team. Finally, we got a full roster. Adu wanted to play. He's the only reason he's playing is he said, I'm playing.
Well, there's a shot in the arm. And I don't know that we're going to have the same conversation, but we can, that we did with Boogie. Is this going to mess anything up? Is it going to hurt anything? I don't think so. I think you
think people would learn at this point.
You take your guys when you can get them, and you play them the way they fit at that particular moment. Can Thiero do it like Boogie has? And now Boogie's got 2 games under his belt back. But Thiero's been out since February 22nd, so it's been a month. Boogie was out longer than that. Is Thiero, how rusty is Thiero, and what kind of impact can he have? But if you ask me whether you'd rather have him or not, I'd rather have him available. Bart's in the Fayetteville of Chevy. I always say Fayetteville of Chevy. Chevy of Fayetteville Situation Room.
Yeah, I mean, look, he's going to help. He's going to do what – that's the thing about this team, too, and about the guys that Cal has on this team. And you've heard him talk about it. Like, they do what's best for the team and for the guys that they're playing with. And Thiero's going to come in and do exactly what he's asked to do. He's not going to, try to play an entire game and do a bunch of crazy things. He's going to be like Boogie, and he's going to do what he's being asked to do. And he's, if nothing else, he's an extra body to get out there, and a really talented one at that. And so, like, there's no way this hurts Arkansas. It only helps.
Here's the number one thing. Zone buster. Zone buster. Remember when Bill Self put the zone on Arkansas and they didn't really have a guy in the middle? I think they're better equipped to handle that now, but Thiero really helps you there.
Yeah, he can get to the middle
Big
of the
difference.
zone, pass out of it, shoot out of it.
Versatile, big enough to get it at the free throw line, or what they call the nail right there at the free throw line, and make something happen from there. Get downhill, make a shot, kick it out, all those things. I mean, he's your guy right there, the most versatile guy you can put in that spot on this team, and used to doing it, used to being there. And if you worried about the zone and a team throwing that on you like Kansas did and sort of shutting Arkansas down, this also helps you with the scoring droughts. You got another guy who can score. Boogie, adding him helps. Bring Thiero back, that helps. How healthy will he be? What kind of shape is he in? How much can he play? But, man, I mean, everything feels good for Arkansas right now, and it will until it doesn't. But it feels right now, it feels good. What are your thoughts? 877-377-6963. What were your thoughts when this news broke yesterday? What was it, a big deal, a little deal? Did you take the rest of the day off?
Well, I watched the clip, and I don't think Pat McAfee has any idea who Adu Thiero is.
Does Pat McAfee watch basketball?
Sparingly.
Yeah.
I would assume.
I mean, he's obviously a great
He just stared
entertainer
blankly.
and
He
host.
tried to make it seem like
okay, let's go. It's like Tigers playing in the Masters. Okay, let's go.
I wish, man.
I know, right?
I wish.
Will he ever play again? Yeah.
Achilles, man.
I mean, that guy's been through so many injuries now. It's hard to imagine him playing at a high level ever again since the car wreck. But we digress. Arkansas, Texas Tech, Sweet 16, and that was big news yesterday for Thiero. But I wonder, do you think did you have some sort of massive reaction, or was it just okay, cool? Because to me, it was good. But I already thought Arkansas was going to win the game. And I think they can win without him. Obviously, they have. But I wasn't thinking going into this game, man, if they just had Thiero. I still think it's important. It's a big deal. But my reaction wasn't like, oh, man, look out now.
Well, I think Thiero's ability to essentially guard 1 through 5, right? Like that's where he's going to have the biggest impact. Is on defense, and how great a defender he is, and just how scrappy he plays, and how he gets after it all the time. That energy's infectious. I mean, we saw it against St. John's with Carter Knox at the start of the game, and the way he was playing, and the team just fed off that, and that's what helped get them out to a good start. Thiero's another one of he's that guy for this team and has been all year. And so you get that guy back, it just elevates what everybody else is doing.
As big as this story is, it pales in comparison to our own celebrity that has evolved here on the show and really gone out and sort of, spread his own wings and kind of flown away from the show and just kind of went out and became his own pundit. Ever since Edward that Bart had the fake positive COVID test 2-week break, that he just kept saying, "Oh, I'm still, I'm positive. I can't,
I remember.
Yeah. Ever since then, I've thought about doing that. A, and B, it led to a lot of things. The cutout, the situation room gave Bart his own sort of spot, and it's led to Bart just sort of saying really outrageous things, like Doug Schowles should be banned from basketball, as if he were Pete Rose or something.
I remember that too.
And like the greatest official in college basketball, according to the metrics that they use. I mean,
he's got his own website.
You can just
we get
count
a little
on
respect?
It. Yeah, you can just count on it. He'll be throwing the ball up at midcourt for the national championship game.
I hope not.
And that's just because he earned it.
DougShowsReferee.com for anyone.
Yeah, look it up. It's spelled shows. Yeah, sounds like right. Showls. So Bart he's come out with these I'm Stephen A. Smith takes.
Okay.
I'm Skip Bayless. I will deliver an opinion, and it'll be loud, and at least all of Kentucky will hear it, and maybe the afternoon show, and so Bart's just kind of created this own persona for himself, and Edward this morning tells me when I walk in that Bart went viral on Twitter yesterday. Like the nation responded to you. 500,000 views on a post you made on Twitter about women's softball. What happened?
So, Arkansas played Tennessee over the weekend, right? In softball, won the series 2-1. The finale was Monday, and Tennessee has a pitcher, Carlin Pickens, reigning SEC Pitcher of the Year, really good. She threw a record-breaking pitch in terms of speed, 78 miles per hour. No pitch in softball has ever been thrown that fast, right? And everybody was kind of like celebrating, yada, yada, yada. It's so cool, whatever. Well, the problem in all of this is that the University of Tennessee did not put out the record-breaking pitch on their post, like celebrating the record-breaking pitch. They put out another one.
Okay, so just so we're all following along, they post a story about how their pitcher, what's her name?
Carlin Pickens.
Carlin Pickens, 78 miles an hour, by the way, much shorter distance to home plate.
It's like throwing 109 in baseball.
Thank you. That's what I needed. I needed that. We all needed that. We needed to know the significance of what that really, like in terms we all understand
really,
if you're
really
a baseball
fast.
fan. Okay. So she hits, there she is if you're watching on the stream. So she hits, that's the post Tennessee softball made. She hits at 78 miles an hour. Yep. They got 4 flame emojis, setting the record for the fastest pitch ever thrown in softball history. The problem is in that video, if you're seeing it on the left, that was not the pitch that broke the record, or that was 78 miles an hour.
And you can tell, like, just by watching it, whether you're a softball fan or not, that ball's not moving at 78 miles an hour.
So you then went and got the pitch that was 78 miles an hour, and it was like a little Ricky Vaughn. It went off the backstop.
Yeah, I mean, it's a rise ball, which is the only way you're hitting 78, by the way, is throwing that type of pitch.
Listen to that.
And
listen to that analysis. Not a rice ball, a rise ball. Okay? Not to be confused with a rice ball or a boudin ball. Anyhow, so you go get the video and you post. Mm-hmm. I get not wanting to show the actual record-breaking pitch.
Because it's a wild pitch.
But don't gaslight everyone into thinking this was the one when history is involved. Ooh. The broadcast team said this happened on the 1-1 pitch to Bree Ellis in the top of the 6th. This is that pitch. Look at Bart out here just sharing truth with the world.
And people caught on. It's gotten a lot of comments. A lot of softball players and coaches have liked the post, like college softball players.
I saw Bree Ellis, who was at the plate, acknowledge that, yes, that was the pitch, and I should be able to tell because I was in the batter's box.
And a lot of it is for like.
You should have added that.
A lot of well, then you're just picking on somebody.
Well,
but,
I mean, you clearly went in. I mean, you didn't
well,
go
no,
in.
like,
you didn't go in with the faint of heart.
I went in for truth.
Oh, you went in and let's be real honest here. I appreciate the truth involved here, but you went in for Bart.
No, I went in.
You went in for the. The only problem I have is you didn't say anything about the Situation Room because this is a classic Situation Room moment, and you went out on your own. I mean, Edward and I talked about it. Is he in a transfer portal? Does he want like McNeese State to look at him?
Absolutely not.
I mean,
Go Poke.
There's nothing in here about the people that pat you on the back every day. And you went in for Bart. That's fine. We get it. You're a celebrity. You're a star. You're an opinion maker. Is he going to take over Feinbaum when Feinbaum leaves?
That would be awesome.
Is that what this is? Bart sitting between raging SEC crazy fanatics on a radio show? Point us to the rule that says baseball and softball pitches must be strikes to break a world record.
There were some
Do you
Tennessee
have that,
fans.
Roger?
There were some Tennessee fans that were a little salty, but a lot also weren't salty about it. And one of the comments that kept popping up was that, like, hey, thanks for sharing this because it shows what throwing this hard actually looks like from coaches and youth coaches. Like, it doesn't pay necessarily to throw this fast. It's hard to control. This is what it really looks like. It sets a better example for the kids.
Roger, sir, underscore Roger 1. I mean, if I'm thinking of a Twitter handle, that's it. Roger comes at you, accusing them of gaslighting is a bit steep and it reeks of resentment.
It's the literal definition of gaslighting, though. So
He calls you by first name.
We'll do that later. I want the literal definition of gaslighting later. The tweet continues before we hit the break here. This is a worse look on Bart because it appears as though he's targeting KP, the pitcher. Why try to ruin her moment when she had no clue what was happening with the video? How petty. That is, Roger, good mercy. Do you live next to that lady in Kentucky? It's 6:19. Good morning. The Chuck and Bo Show. We're just getting started.
Like, I think you should look at yourself today in the mirror and say, what's wrong with me?
Okay, I will.
I'm not talking about you.
The Chuck and Bo Show.
I'm Dr. Scotty Bolding, a native Arkansan oral and maxillofacial surgeon. One of my goals is to make Arkansans healthier.
If you have sleep disorder breathing, it's important to treat it properly. The standard treatment's a breathing machine called CPAP. It helps you breathe during the night. However, there are other options thanks to some truly innovative and proven technologies.
Sleep is probably God's gift of medicine that we really don't utilize enough. If you have obstructive sleep apnea, it needs to be treated. So you need to be wearing your CPAP. So if you're not wearing your CPAP, there are some potential surgical solutions that can help you that actually work today. By correcting the jaw deformities that may be causing this obstructive sleep apnea is where we focus.
Dr. Bolding at Precedent Center for Facial and Dental Medicine works carefully with your sleep physician, determines where the underlying obstruction may be, and provides surgical solutions that open the airway, allowing you to breathe better.
Hey, give us a call, 479-755-3000, or log on to our website, precedent.com, Precedent. We'd love to help.
First Security is about more than great banking. Yes, we provide the financial expertise, digital tools, and everything else you need when you need it. But we also go all in on local support with friendly professionals, plus convenient locations all across the state. Because we believe personal banking is better banking. Visit fsbank.com for details. That's fsbank.com for friendly local banking with First Security. Bank better. Member FDIC.
Arkansas's one-stop automotive shop is right around the corner. Fayetteville Auto Park. FayettevilleAutoPark.com. Chevy, Toyota, Honda, Acura, Collision Center, all in one place. And if you're shopping pre-owned, Fayetteville Auto Park has you covered. With so many new cars sold, we always have a great selection of fresh trades. Why settle for anything less than the best? Fayetteville Auto Park, West Showroom Drive in Fayetteville. Proud sponsor of the Chuck and Bo Show.
We were 0-5. They put us all in the coffin. They just didn't put the nails in.
The Chuck and Bo Show.
Life is loud, chaotic, hilarious, and occasionally peaceful. Your life fits you, so why settle for life insurance that fits someone else? At Shelter Insurance, our local agents help you design a personal protection plan backed by award-winning customer service. We're your shield. We're your shelter. Shelter Life Insurance Company, Columbia, Missouri.
Call Randy Milam in Alma or Brandon Zimmerman in Barley.
You will never find a boring old burger at Art's Barbecue and Burgers in Fort Smith. Try the Wild West Burger, topped with a hot link, jalapenos, and Art's hot sauce. The Brisket Burger, with tender brisket and caramelized onions on top of their ham-pattied burger. Or the famous Art Attack, with house bacon, smoked ham, an onion ring, and a fried egg. There are 10 different burgers to choose from, and they're all $1 off every Saturday. Art's Barbecue Burgers and more. Rogers Avenue, next to Buddy's in Fort Smith.
Hey, Ty Richardson, I'm with my friend Ethan Adamson. Ethan, I know you're a wizard here at First Financial Mortgage, but you do okay with the sticks as well.
Yeah, I've been playing golf since I was 5. I've been in the golf game for a long time.
Question is, what are you better at, golf or lending?
I have to say that equally both. I've used golf in my career to kind of help propel it as well. I used to prepare hard with golf. I do the same thing in work. Call 479-782-9300. Weekdays 8 to 5, ffb1.com. First Financial Mortgage, in the business of you, equal housing lender.
Save up to $5,000 on select Buick Envisions at Harry Robinson Buick GMC. The Buick Envision showcases inspired design with exclusive features in this 5-passenger SUV. Or drive the brand new Buick Envista, a stylish crossover, for as low as $399 per month. These are limited time offers. Experience the new Buick at Harry Robinson Buick GMC. Exit 11 off of I-540 in Fort Smith, or online at harryrobinson.com.
You're listening to the Chuck and Bo Show on ESPN 95.3.
I've always been the underdog. I was raised as the underdog, us against everybody.
The Chuck and Bo Show.
Hey, taxes are hard, but filing with H&R Block is easy. You've been hearing me talk about it. We just wanted to make sure that you were aware of tax season and tax time. I just got mine done yesterday. I will not be writing that check until like the 15th, though. I don't know why. I don't know what I might as well just get it over with, but the damage is real. If you want it to be as minimal as possible, or you want to make sure you get your max refund guarantee, H&R Block can help you do that. They've been doing it with 70 years of tax prep expertise for a lot of people, and they can help you out as well. Bart's gone viral again.
I think this is probably the first time.
I decided, well, I don't think it's the first time. I mean, you went viral with the, there's the tweet. If you're, go follow Bart_Pullman on Twitter. I will say this. I took like a 5-year break from Twitter, and my return was not good. It was ugly, and it was during the Oklahoma State football game, and many of you will never forget it. And you let me know, and just so you know, you're muted. I don't really read it. But if Bart will get emotional from time to time on Twitter, so if you're a troll, which most people on Twitter are, then I would follow Bart, because you're going to get back what you put into it with him.
I don't think that's true.
There's an itch that you like to scratch there.
There's good daily content on your page,
you managed to get the women's softball world going. I mean, Patty Gasso probably read your tweet. 100% she did. Somebody in Patty Gasso, the legendary, she's won 1 billion national championships in college softball. 100%. Somebody walked up to her between the time you posted that and this morning and showed it to her. 100%. Like, everybody in women's softball has seen your post. And you do raise a legitimate question here. If you're a school posting a tweet of a record break, and you're talking about a record-breaking pitch, for you not to show that pitch is absolutely absurd. It's either a mistake, or you did it on purpose, and either way, I don't know how you explain that.
Well, they haven't.
I don't know how you explain that.
They haven't.
You're talking about a particular moment.
Yeah.
How do you show a different? Now, if you want to show pictures,
And
we
that-
don't know what
that's
pitch
what
that is.
That's what they should have done.
But a video, yeah, if you want to show just like an action shot, but you don't say like Stephen Curry broke the 3-point record and show him making a layup.
Right.
Or a random 3 from 2 weeks ago.
Yeah.
Or even another 3 in that game. That's really, I see. Did it keep you up last night? That like, did you struggle? Did you get your adrenaline going and you like couldn't go to sleep?
No, I slept just fine.
Okay, when was this, by the way? When did this start? Was it in the afternoon? Was it at night?
Yeah, I posted in the afternoon.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you hadn't been drinking yet?
No.
Okay. Well, that's. I mean, it's always needs to be
No.
Everyone
I only-
needs to put that. They need to put that on their tweets. Drinking, not drinking. Is this the pitch? Yeah. If you're watching it on the stream, whoop, right off the top of the backstop. But good for her. She threw 78. Tennessee didn't want to tell you which one it was. That's wild. It is wild that happened. All right, we got to hit a break. Dari Noka's coming up in a few minutes. Chuck's in San Francisco. We'll get with him. Adu Thero has been cleared to play and will be available. And Cal said he could play up to 10, 15 minutes in the game. Arkansas, Texas Tech, Thursday night at like midnight on the East Coast. I mean, the game's not going to start till like 10:30 Eastern time. It's going to be late.
I just got like 6 Twitter followers.
I'm telling you. Follow Bart. By the way, don't just follow him. Send him a jab. 628. It's the Chuck and Bo Show. Good morning.
When you went into the Hall of Fame, I think it was at a Western Sizzler.
I think it was. It was at a motel. It wasn't a hotel. It was a motel.
The Chuck and Bo Show.
If you haven't tried a Flight by Yingling, you're missing out on the great taste of Yingling that is a light beer. It's the next generation of light beer. Get it on draft, in the can, the new skinny cans, and now the new 16-ounce resealable twist-off aluminum bottle. Perfect for any occasion. It's just 95 calories, and you're still enjoying a Yingling. Take your beer game to new heights with Flight by Yingling, the next generation of light beer.
You know the sound, you know the place, and you know the time of year that means live racing at Oaklawn is coming. If your Oaklawn is playing favorites, letting it ride on long shots, or just soaking up the vibes of race day, it's time to make your plans and discover your Oaklawn. Live racing starts Friday, December 6th. Reserve seats, rooms in our hotel, or a spot in your favorite Oaklawn restaurant at oaklawn.com.
This is my Oaklawn.
Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER.
The Chuck and Bo Show.
You hear that? You hear that?
Back to Save Sports Radio.
5 seconds to go. Madden, right side. Three-pointer on the way. No good. Qualls with the dunk at the buzzer. It goes and Arkansas wins. It goes and Arkansas wins. Qualls with a two-hand finish. Arkansas wins the ball game.
Listen to every Razorback basketball game right here on ESPN 95.3 and hitthatline.com.
I know we're always on the go, heading to Fayetteville, Little Rock, Oklahoma City, and you need a place to fill up. But not just for gas. I need snacks, drinks, and a restroom that doesn't make me throw up. That's why my new favorite pit stop is Jam Mart number 10, located at 6201 Grand Avenue on the way out of town. I can't stop by without getting something from their hot box or a fresh-made burger. That's Jam Mart number 10, located at 6201 Grand Avenue in Fort Smith.
Bet Saracen is Arkansas's #1 mobile app for placing sports wagers.
In Arkansas, 7 out of every $10 placed on a sporting bet app is with Bet Saracen, because Bet Saracen offers more ways to win and more ways to get paid, and faster. Find your winners on Bet Saracen and look for my Double R prop bet specials. I pick them and you win them.
Bet Saracen is Arkansas's favorite sports wagering app.
Gambling problem? Call 800-522-4700.
Back again at Harry Robinson, Salisaw Ford, 1 mile south of exit 308 off I-40 in Salisaw. It's Markdown Madness. Also, for a lot of people, it's spring break time. That means family vacations. That means kids in the car. The Ford Expedition is the perfect ride for spring and summer.
Yes, definitely. You know, you've got the room for the kids. You've got the room for the pets. You've got the room for all of the kids' stuff. I mean, hey, the Expedition is just an awesome vehicle. And here's the big kicker. I only have one left. It's over $14,000 off of MSRP. It is the last one that I have in inventory.
This is a 24 model, right?
Yep, it's a 24. We've got the savings at Harry Robinson, Salisaw Ford. Over 14 grand off of that Expedition, and F-150s up to $15,000 off.
All right, come take a test drive. You can shoot a hoop right out here in front. You'll see the gold for up to $500 cash for you. Markdown Madness at Harry Robinson, Salisaw Ford, 1 mile south of exit 308 off I-40 in Salisaw.
Hey, this is Dr. Charlie Liggett with River Valley Smile Center. We dial 782-8940.
Coach Todd Holland, head baseball coach of the University of Arkansas Fort Smith Lions. I call 782-8940.
Stay cool this summer with a York high-efficiency HVAC unit. Or for more information on endless hot water and high-efficiency tankless water heaters, give us a call at 782-8940.
That's 782-8940.
The Hit That Line Now app, fueled by Taco Bell. Online and on the air and now everywhere you go. Tune in to the greatest moments of Razorback sports with Chuck Barrett, Bo Mattingly, Tommy Kraft, Ty Richardson, Phil Elson, Matt Jones, and Ruskin and Zach with our Hit That Line Now app, fueled by Taco Bell. Stay connected no matter where you go with the Hit That Line Now app, fueled by Taco Bell. Download for free in the Apple app or Google Play stores. Just search Hit That Line Now. It's fueled by Taco Bell.
Spring camping season is here. Don't miss the NWA RV Show and Outdoor Party, April 12th and 13th at 5102 West Pauline Whitaker Parkway in Rogers, just behind Newk's. Sponsored by two of the state's largest RV dealers, Wheels RV and Moix RV. With brands you love like Grand Design, Jayco, Brinkley, Flagstaff, Coachman, Catalina, Vibe, and Winnebago, and on-site financing available. There will be a variety of vendors and bounce house for the kids and so much more. So make plans now to attend the NWA RV Show and Outdoor Party, April 12th and 13th, 5102 West Pauline Whitaker Parkway, Rogers.
You're listening to the Chuck and Bo Show on ESPN 95.3.
Well, it was one of the great non-marriage times of my life, I'll tell you that. To meet Chuck Berry, the only thing that's even close to is meeting Bo.
The Chuck and Bo Show.
Today is National Follow Bart Pullman on Twitter Day after he went viral last night. You can look it up. He's taken on the softball world, and he's committed to truth in the universe. And that's what you get in the Situation Room, brought to you by Chevy of Fayetteville. Forward Adu Thero will be available for Arkansas Thursday night against Texas Tech, according to John Calipari yesterday. And then we saw Thero at practice yesterday with some pictures and video that were released. Today's an open practice. Chuck's in San Fran. We'll talk to him a little bit later in the show. Thero, in case you forgot, is averaging 15.5 points and 6 rebounds a game. He's also averaging like almost 3 blocks and a couple steals a game. So defensively, he brings yet another shot blocker, defender, making Arkansas a little bit of a tougher out. I think Arkansas is already a tough out, but a little bit tougher out in the Sweet 16 against a Texas Tech team that I think the wrong team's favored. But we'll see. Last night, baseball team played Missouri State at Baum-Walker Stadium. I mean, there were 30 hits in the game. 30. Arkansas had 16. They had 14. Arkansas gave up a 5-run lead in the 9th inning and then lost in 10. And Van Horn explained after the game, sometimes you got to lose one to win one. You know, we had some guys we could have gone to in the pen. We didn't. We had a guy that was doing okay on the mound. We took him out because he hit his pitch count. We wanted him available on Friday. These midweek games or whatever. But it was if you went for a Tuesday night of baseball, you got your money's worth, other than Arkansas winning the game.
$2 hot dogs at the stadium.
I wonder if they cut it off at like the 7th inning because there was like another hour and a half of the game. after that. Xavier's expected to hire Rick Pitino's son, Richard. They could be competing against each other in the Big East. There was an earlier report in the evening that he was going to Villanova from New Mexico. And then that sort of went away, and it's now Xavier that apparently is going to hire Richard Pitino. Arkansas right-handed softball pitcher Peyton Burnham named SEC Freshman of the Week when Arkansas took 2 of 3 from Tennessee and Knoxville over the weekend. Same series in which the 78-mile-an-hour pitch occurred, and then Tennessee showed one that wasn't 78 miles an hour. That's what Bart pointed out on Twitter. Again, that's the kind of facts and truth that you get if you follow Bart. Dari Noka joins us next from the SEC Network. When we come back on the Chuck and Bo Show, we're brought to you in part by Yuengling. Flight by Yuengling. It's the next generation of light beer. Tastes like a Yuengling, but only 95 calories. And now you can get it in the 16-ounce resealable twist-off aluminum bottle, which makes it great to take with you tailgating or on the boat or on the lake as we get into summer. Or if you're watching at your friend's garage down the street this Thursday night when the Hogs play Texas Tech. Flight by Yuengling. It's the next generation of light beer. 6:37, the Chuck and Bo Show. Good morning.
I mean, I don't know if it's old or just like...
Well, the world's changing. It's like Bart said a little bit ago. When he summed it up with 2 words. I mean, things change.
The Chuck and Bo Show.
Hey, it's Bo Mattingly, and McDonald Eye Associates is my one-stop for any vision need. The progressives they have me in are a game changer, and my new sunglasses are going to be great for baseball season. McDonald Eye was the first practice in the state to perform LASIK, and they have the most experience. They also have the new vision correction options for all ages, including cataract and clear lens replacement to see your best from all distances. For your best vision, McDonald Eye is the place to go.
It seems like everything is more expensive this year, but at Paschal Air Plumbing and Electric, we're here to help lighten the load. This new year, enjoy no payments and no interest on all home repairs and replacements. Whether it's fixing that stubborn plumbing issue, replacing an aging heating and air system, or upgrading your electrical, our Paschal pros are here to keep your home running smoothly and stress-free. Visit GoPaschal.com today to schedule your service. Paschal Air Plumbing and Electric. Professional people, professional service. See dealer for details with approved credit. Restrictions apply.
Ready or not, it is tax season. But luckily, H&R Block is here. Whether you need expert help with your taxes or simply have a question or two, your neighborhood H&R Block is here for you. Taxes are hard, but filing with H&R Block is easy. Walk in or make an appointment and get 100% accuracy and your max refund guaranteed. Put 70 years of tax expertise to work for you. Get those taxes squared away today at H&R Block.
Did you know Chevy of Fayetteville is the #1 volume dealer in Northwest Arkansas? That means nobody sells more cars, trucks, or SUVs than Chevy of Fayetteville. They've been a part of our community for over 25 years. They're supporters of our local schools and the Razorbacks. And they're the best after the sale. An award-winning service and parts department, a waiting area, complimentary loaners. So go see Chris Mark in Denver and the team at Chevy of Fayetteville, inside the Fayetteville Auto Park.
Discover the Stonebreaker Hotel, where handcrafted elegance meets modern comfort. Relax in beautifully designed rooms, or book your next reservation at the Stonebreaker Lounge and Restaurant, where you can satisfy cravings with fresh, seasonal takes on traditional favorites. Open daily from 5 to 9 p.m. For more information, log on to stonebreakerhotel.com, located on Markham Road in Fayetteville, where you'll find the Stonebreaker Hotel and Restaurant.
I always enjoy talking about Weichert Realtors, the Griffin Company. If you followed my radio career, you remember they were partners on the original Sports Rap radio program over 20 years ago. We've done business together from an advertising perspective, but more importantly, they've been my partners in buying and selling homes. I'd recommend them to anybody. They're in Northwest Arkansas, the River Valley, and in Branson. Weichert Realtors, the Griffin Company, turning houses into homes since 1978.
When is the last time you thought, oh, the SEC's making an announcement today, and it's going to be good for the Hogs?
The Chuck and Bo Show.
Man, I wish I knew you were here. We hear that every day at InStock Parts, located off Highway 45 across from the cold storage in Fort Smith. Are you a maintenance technician, landscaper, farmer, or a do-it-yourselfer in need of bearings, belts, or roller chain? Or safety supplies like gloves, safety glasses, Don't waste your time driving around. Stop by In Stock Parts, your industrial parts resource, or check them out online at InStockParts.com. In Stock Parts.
Arkansas Fuel Injection in Fort Smith has been providing quality work for all new and rebuilt diesel pumps and injectors for over 25 years. They are a certified diesel shop with a team of quality technicians that ensure the highest quality workmanship and warranties all their work. They are open Monday through Friday 8 to 5 and has emergency service available 24 hours a day. For all your diesel pump, fuel injection, and parts needs, stop by Arkansas Fuel Injection, 6300 South 29th Street, Fort Smith. Call them today at 1-800-817-7709. Arkansas Fuel Injection.
Joe's Grill and Cantina is already chipping away at 2025 with Joe's Chips and Salsa. Made with Tex-Mex house-made salsa. Made daily with fresh veggies, even carrots. Try their sizzling fajitas and crunchy tacos. Every Tuesday, it's Taco Tuesday. Joe's has great enchiladas with homemade sauce. It's the best around. Plus a full bar and TVs all around the restaurant. The best Tex-Mex and even better service at Joe's Grill and Cantina, 3400 South 74th Street, across from Harps.
The Crane Team is your home for all your automotive needs in the River Valley. With 2 big Crane, Kia, and Hyundai locations in Fort Smith, the Crane Team has the perfect vehicle for you. From pickup and delivery to service after the sale, plus our famous huge Crane Cash discounts. The Crane Team simply can't be beat. Shop Arkansas's largest selection of Kia Tellurides, Hyundai Palisades, Sorrentos, Tucsons, and more. Visit us today or shop online at craneteam.com.
You're listening to the Chuck and Bo Show on ESPN 95.3.
I am not a planner, and that's the problem.
How does that, this may be a little personal, sorry. How does that work in married life if you're not a planner?
Well, evidently not well.
The Chuck and Bo Show.
Chuck's going to join us later from San Francisco. Dari Nowkhah, the face of the SEC Network, is joining us now as we prepare for the Sweet 16. Dari, what do you think? Good morning, and what do you think of this Arkansas run so far?
It's been awesome, Bo. I got to say this. So last night I'm driving around with my son, Nick, who's 19. I had to run a couple errands. I had him along for the ride, and he goes, so are you like the face of the SEC? And I said, no. I said, that would be the Commissioner, Greg Sankey. He goes, well, are you like the face of the network then? I said, I don't know. Certain people like to say that. I said, I think it's kind of silly, but they like to say that. So, you can believe what you want to believe.
Yeah.
And he was very, confused on all this. But you're the first person, of course, my friend, who came to mind. I'm like, yeah.
I love it when
yes,
our kids think more than we are. That's not it's not usual, but something about being in sports media, they think you know everybody.
Yeah.
If you know one person.
Yeah.
Can't you just call LeBron and get his tickets?
That's right. 100%. Oh, yeah. No, of course, yeah. Hey, Bo, Dad, aren't you the face of all Razorback sports?
Yeah.
Yes, son. Yes, I am.
The face of radio. Yeah, that's what I got a face for radio.
Right?
Yeah. It's perfect. When Arkansas was 0-5, we had you on, and you said there's no way that Calipari can let this happen to himself.
Yeah, well, and somehow he didn't, right?
Yeah.
Listen, isn't it funny how perspective changes, Bo? Because, they're sitting at 0-5, and you're thinking there's no way this team's making the tournament and all this. And, as we sit here today, if we didn't know how it all started, how the season started, we're like, dude, they're a 10 seed. How horrific of a season must it have been for them to be a 10 seed? And now we're sitting here, wait a minute. This is one of the best runs of anybody in the tournament so far through one weekend. To knock off 2 Hall of Fame coaches, absolutely legendary names. What a run they're on. And they got a chance to beat Tech, and here they are. They're going to be sitting in the lead. It is. It's just, it is baffling how perspective can change. Because nobody would have hired John Calipari if they thought they were going to be a 10 seed in the NCAA tournament. But anybody would have hired John Calipari if they thought, hey, they'll be in the Sweet 16 with a real chance to go to the Elite Eight. And it's just, I don't know. It's one of the phenomenal stories of this 7 SEC teams in the Sweet 16 and 6 on the women's side march that we've had. And, this damn break has been agonizing. Can we just get to tomorrow, please?
Yeah,
My gosh.
I know. It seems like it's taking forever. when you watch them play right now, we've all talked about the story. I look at them and I just think, obviously the number 1 seeds and the number 2 seeds are really good and they have the odds to win the title. But I don't think if you're one of these 16 teams, you have 15 choices. I mean, Arkansas is way down that list of teams you want to play. I mean, they just feel really dangerous right now.
Yeah. No, I agree. And the way that Boogie has reintegrated himself into the lineup, I remember having a conversation when we found out he was going to be playing in the tournament, and God, it might have even been with Shooter. I'm not even sure, but it's I don't know if I'd do it. I don't know if I'd. You got to be careful with how you bring him back in. And to see him and Wagner on the floor together, as much as they're on the floor together, just creating absolute nightmares for teams trying to bring the ball up the floor. Obviously they're both incredible offensive weapons. They can share the ball. They can both bring the ball. I think that what he has done for this team over the course of this tournament run has been sensational. And then Trevin Brazile is a man on fire right now with all that he's able to do. Jonas Adu going for more, 21 points or whatever that was, a career high. They're getting it from everywhere. But I kind of think that while he wasn't there late in the regular season, I think that Boogie Fland deserves a whole lot of credit for where they are through 2 games in the NCAA tournament and for why they certainly can beat Texas Tech and why if I'm in San Antonio and Arkansas is one of those teams that are there next weekend, I think he's a massive key to that. I love watching him play. I remember early we talked about how you and I talked about, and Chuck, how they're a team that looks like they really don't have any identity, and when they're sitting in the half court, who knows what the hell they want to do? It's impossible to figure out what they want to do. And I think what we've seen that they want to do is, especially with those 2 guys out top, is just kind of let them work, space the floor a little bit, let them work, and attack the rim for offensive opportunities on the rebounds. And it's working beautifully. They're confident, they're defending. Cal's gotten to them, and they're dangerous, man. I agree. They're not one of the first 10 teams I want to deal with out of the 16 that are left.
Dari, we'll get you. I know you got another obligation coming up, but let me wrap it up with this. Has John Calipari had a resurgence in his career from a perception standpoint in this run?
Oh, I don't want to go there yet.
I just feel like he's being viewed differently than he was a year ago.
I don't know. I kind of want to see where this thing this year ends before we go there. I don't want to say it's a resurgence of a career. It's certainly what he's done with the season resurgence. It's unquestionable. If it ends with a Sweet 16 run with this squad from where it started, hey, look, it's been a great story. If they end up in the Final Four, then it's one of the great Final Four stories of all time. And I think that these next few days will tell us a lot. I'm going to hold off judgment on that.
That's
but
good. I appreciate
I tell you
that.
this, I didn't think they'd be here, and I'm glad they are.
I see what you're saying. Real quick, how many SEC teams do you think make it to the Final Four?
I'm just going to go 2 because that makes sense to me.
Safe.
But there's a path for 3. I mean, there's hell, man. We're not going to get 4, but could you imagine that? Here's what I love, Bo. I love the fact that the old, what's the big story that everybody talks about that we've talked about for 2 months? As the grind of the regular season, is that going to be troublesome in the NCAA tournament, right? Or is the difference in officiating or the quicker whistles? To this point, all of those things have done nothing but help this league get 7 to the Sweet 16. Nobody's tired. Nobody's beaten up. Quick whistles are not impacting anybody in significant foul trouble way. They've gone through this grind, and they're better for it, and it shows right now, and that's a really, really healthy place to be.
Dari Nowkhah, SEC Now. For me, he's the face of the SEC network. I'll let you know when somebody better looking comes along, but I think Laura Rutledge, we kind of gave her to the NFL, and so there you are.
Yeah, Yeah. Well,
And
she
Feinbaum,
and I
I
are
don't
not
know.
in the same plane.
I don't know.
But, well,
You and
yeah,
Feinbaum.
see, he's the real competitor there for the old.
I heard Feinbaum's got his own fireman calendar coming out for charity this year. We'll see how that goes. All right. I know you got to go.
Is that yeah? I almost said something I wouldn't. So let's go on that note, Bo.
We'll talk about that the next time we get together. All right. Thanks, man. See you, Dari.
Sounds good.
Dari Noka. He'll be on Sirius XM later this morning, too, which he does some morning radio and all that on the SEC channel on Sirius XM. Feinbaum got in on this whole Kentucky thing, by the way, yesterday, as only he can. Where I think he was on Andy Staples' podcast, and if Kentucky lose, like a lot of people are watching, will Kentucky lose? Does Cal win? How big of a deal? I'm trying to find this clip. How big of a deal is it for Kentucky fans if Cal outlasts them in the tournament? Here's Feinbaum yesterday.
How psychologically damaging is it to Big Blue Nation if Coach Cal goes farther in this tournament than Kentucky does?
It's already been, I think, a colossal disaster for Big Blue Nation because they didn't want Cal to even get in the tournament, let alone get where they are.
Yeah. They, at some point, winning just shuts people up. I mean, I don't think you'll ever shut Kentucky fans completely up.
No.
But, and Dari's right. And it reminds me of the micro macro that I think is healthy for us to all continually look at. Like one game doesn't define everything. Oh my gosh, Eddie in Clarksville, where have you been?
Good morning, gentlemen. How are you, sir?
We miss you.
Let me say this. Well, I'll tell you what, gentlemen. Do you smell what I'm smelling? Baking in the oven, just a simmer in the Chase Center in San Francisco. You know, when we left Providence, Rhode Island, woo! It deserves a woo. Let me say this. You know, all men can admire tenacity. And you just seen it on display at the Emeka Mutual Pavilion in Providence, Rhode Island, as we beat Kansas, as we beat St. John's, the number 2 seed. And, you know, nobody picking us. We go out undermanned. We go out, woo! And what do? We take it to them, baby. You know, I've said this before, Bo. There's a recipe for everything in life. And for the fan base headed to work, what is the recipe? Well, I tell you what the recipe is. It's defense, tenacious defense. And nobody talks about Arkansas's defense. You know, you hear about St. John's. You hear about Texas Tech.
Hey, Eddie, can you hold? I know, because Chuck's coming up at the top of the hour, and I know he wants to hear from you. Could you have time?
Well,
or do you have to go?
I got time, sir.
Okay, all right, we're going to put you on hold. We'll let you finish. We'll pick it up right where you left off. It's too good. We're out of time. This segment's too good. We haven't heard from Eddie in 2 months. I mean, I thought they put him in the coffin, but they didn't put the nails in.
These kids, I'm so proud of them, how they play and fight and persevered. They threw us in the coffin. They just forgot the nails. We pushed it open and we come out.
And here's Eddie. He's like out of nowhere. Haven't heard a peep in 2 months.
February 4th was the last time.
February 4th. We got Boogie back. You got Theo back. You got Eddie in Clarksville back. Razorback Nation's on fire. Almost 7 o'clock on the Chuck and Bo Show. Good morning.
Yeah, does Chuck sleep that much? Because it just sometimes,
He's old, so when you get old, you don't really sleep as much.
The Chuck and Bo Show.
Your boat is a piece of junk.
Yeah, but they don't make them like this anymore.
Gee, I wonder why.
What?
You know, we could have rented a nice boat or a party barge right here at the park.
Huh? Rent?
Yeah, and your tent is moldy, too.
Moldy? What are you, the boat and tent police?
We could have stayed in one of the park yurts. You know, big, roomy tent already set up right on the lake. Yeah, DeGray Lake Resort State Park has lots of things for rent.
Instant campsite, eh?
Why not? Or we could have stayed at the Park Lodge, enjoyed the restaurant restaurant, the heated pool.
Do I do anything
They threw
right?
us in the coffin.
Yeah, you married my sister.
Now I remember why I let you in my boat.
So the next time we and the girls get together here at DeGray Lake Resort, you let me make the plans?
Plan away.
Well, if we ever get back to shore, I will. Online at DeGray.com.
Sponsored by this station, the Arkansas Broadcasters Association, and your Arkansas State Parks. My park, your park, our parks.
Oh, I can't believe that.
Nice.
I hit it perfect.
You're just standing too close to the ball. After you hit it.
Hey, you had one in the rough, two in the trees.
We're keeping score?
Yeah.
Maybe a new course would lower your handicap. Arkansas State Parks has 2 golf courses.
Yeah?
We should play them.
Tell me more.
DeGray Lake Resort's golf course is perfect for us. 18 holes overlooking the lake, and the wives will enjoy DeGray's Island Lodge.
Sweet.
Yeah, then we'll play the ridges at Village Creek.
Village Creek State Park has a course?
Yeah, here it's outstanding. 27 holes, Andy Dye design, PGA caliber championship layout, and dramatic elevation changes since it's on Crowley's Ridge. And the girls will enjoy the cabins.
How do we get on these courses?
Well, they're in our state parks, so they're public courses.
Yeah.
ArkansasStateParks.com has details and photos.
Let's finish this round and book a tea time.
Oh, yeah.
Sponsored by this station, the Arkansas Broadcasters Association, and your Arkansas State Parks.
The doors are open, and it's a new era of elegance. Blakeman's Fine Jewelry has unveiled its stunningly redesigned 8,500 square foot showroom for an unmatched luxury experience. There's breathtaking jewelry, of course, expert service, and private viewing rooms designed for comfort. And they've got an in-house cafe with handcrafted coffee to go along with a special coffee table book celebrating Arkansas's heritage. Because it's more than jewelry, it's your story at Blakeman's Fine Jewelry.
We care a lot about supporting Arkansas businesses here on the Chuck and Bo Show, and we both like keeping our rides looking good. Splash Car Wash just became our new neighbors here in Fayetteville. They're a locally owned Arkansas business, and they've been serving the state since 1989. They're good folks, and you can get a free car wash by texting Splash Arkansas to 22322. That's Splash Arkansas to 22322.
First Security is about more than great banking. Yes, we provide the financial expertise, digital tools, and everything else you need when you need it. But we also go all in on local support with
Got you in Barling, Chuck. Good morning.
convenient
Good
locations
morning,
all
Chuck.
across the state.
Hello, Edward.
Because we believe personal
How are ya?
banking
I'm all
is
right.
better banking.
How are you doing?
Visit fsbank.com for details. That's fsbank.com for friendly, local banking with First Security. Bank better. Member FDIC.
Guys, regardless of our age, feeling good is something we all want. That's what the Sweatnum Edge is all about. It's where health, confidence, and peak performance come together. We all face challenges like low energy, hair loss, who's looking at me, stubborn weight, and skin health. The good news is we can do something about it. Get your free evaluation
Okay, it
today
shows
and
I'm
see
in
where
the-
you
oh,
are.
I need to
Chuck and
enter
I
the
have both
studio
done it
now.
and are better off
got
for
me.
it. Log on to SweatnumCosmetic.com and click on the Sweatnum Edge.
They say consistency is the key to success. They weren't wrong. So how about grabbing a beer that's consistently smooth, consistently refreshing, and consistently light? You might just find that the road to success can be pretty enjoyable. Michelob Ultra, the perfect balance of taste and refreshment.
Wow, did I
Only
miss
2.6
Eddie and
carbs
Clark
and
show?
95 calories. It's only worth it if you enjoy it. Enjoy responsibly. Anheuser-Busch Michelob Ultra Light Beer, St. Louis, Missouri.
ESPN Arkansas weather.
For today, we should see ample sunshine, only a slight chance of a shower early across the south. High temperatures will be right around the middle 70s today. Slight chance of a shower or two tonight. Overnight low will drop down in the low 50s. And then Thursday, looking at partly to mostly cloudy skies, highs in the low 80s. I'm Sally Russell with your forecast on ESPN Arkansas.
The weather is brought to you by Cop CDL Academy. Call them today at 479-632-1050. Cop CDL Academy, expanding horizons.
Hello, this is Sebastian County Assessor Zach Johnson here to remind you to assess your personal property by May 31st to avoid late penalty. You can do this in person at one of our 3 locations, over the phone, or online by going to www.countyservice.net. I would also like to remind any current homeowners or any individuals buying their homes on contract to contact our office and check your eligibility for the homestead tax credit. Contact us today and see if you qualify. The homestead tax credit can save you up to $500 off your tax bill.
This ad sponsored by the Sebastian County Assessor and paid for by Amendment 79.
Superior Siding and Windows have been improving homes in Fort Smith and the River Valley for over 44 years. Whether your need is siding, vinyl windows, doors, or gutters, Superior Siding is the one to call if you want it done right the first time. Call 479-646-7888 for a free estimate. 100% financing is available, and Superior Siding has AAA rating with Better Business Bureau. Superior Siding, your first call, 479-646-7888.
You're listening to ESPN 95.3, KERX Paris Fort Smith.
Good morning, gentlemen. I'd like to take an opportunity. Woo! Go blow the whistle.
Bet Saracen is Arkansas's #1 mobile app for placing sports wagers.
There's big news in the mobile sports betting business. Bet Saracen was just named the 15th largest sports book in America. That's because Arkansans like to do business with a winner. Find all your winners on Bet Saracen. Download it today. Look for my R prop bet specials. I pick them, you win them.
Bet Saracen is Arkansas's favorite sports wagering app.
Gambling problem? Call 800-522-4700.
Budweiser, the American lager. A time-honored recipe, true to our original process, brewed using the choicest hops, rice, and best barley malt, delivering great quality beer since 1876. Budweiser. This Bud's for you. Enjoy responsibly. Copyright 2024 Anheuser-Busch Budweiser Lager Beer, St. Louis, Missouri.
We all make plans for the future, but car accidents, break-ins, and unexpected fires can disrupt those plans. At Shelter Insurance, our agents help design insurance plans that work for you and help protect what matters most. Shelter Insurance. We're your shield. We're your shelter.
Call Jeff Clark in Fort Smith or Brad Howell in Van Buren.
Save up to $5,000 on select Buick Envisions at Harry Robinson Buick GMC. The Buick Envision showcases inspired design with exclusive features in this 5-passenger SUV. Or drive the brand new Buick Envista, a stylish crossover, for as low as $399 per month. These are limited time offers. Experience the new Buick at Harry Robinson Buick GMC. Exit 11 off of I-540 in Fort Smith or online at harryrobinson.com.
You're listening to the Chuck and Bo Show on ESPN 95.3.
Previously heard on Chuck and Bo.
Now, you got to understand, when I go on vacation, I'm not going to give you any action shots. I mean, I'm not one of these guys that I get up in the morning and we're going to go out on the water, we're going to do this and that. I mean, we're going to have some big day. No, I'm not doing that.
What is an action shot?
Well, I mean, like, you know, if you wanted to have some sort of, some sort of shot of, what you and I do on vacation, I would be sitting and staring out at the water.
The Chuck and Bo Show.
I would resist the urge to drink this much.
Stop. I'm done.
You said a lot of good things there.
Well, I don't know if I said one good thing.
I met a guy last night, love y'all to death, Jeff.
You mind if I share?
I'm looking forward to it.
The show of record for Razorback fans.
I'm in my Sunday school, and first thing he says when we hop in the car, he says, "What's heard on the Chuck and Bo Show?"
It's too early for this kind of conversation. I'm still half asleep.
Here are your hosts, Chuck Barrett and Bo Mattingly.
Am I breaking this with you, Pat?
Come on.
Adu Fierro is available.
Okay. Come on. Okay.
He is available. Now, I played Boogie, who was available 15, 18 minutes, but he helped us win the game.
Huge.
He made the steal. He made the plays. He made the assist. Now, Adu, it's a different deal because we need his toughness and his athleticism. The most he'll play, 12 minutes, maybe 15, maybe, I doubt. But you got to prepare now because we're a different team. Finally, we got a full roster. Adu wanted to play. He's the only reason he's playing is he said, "I'm playing."
Adu Thero's back. Chuck Barrett joins us live from San Francisco. Chuck, good morning.
Good morning.
Boogie's back. Adu Thero's back. Guess who else is back? Eddie in Clarksville.
Wow.
Yeah. February 4th. Eddie's been on the bench since February 4th. Eddie, good morning.
Good morning, gentlemen. Good morning to you, Chuck. How's that rest of the place smelling?
Smells
out
great.
in the Chase Center.
It smells awesome. Smells like seawater.
I tell you what, Chuck, I felt the overpowering need. It was building up from the bottom of my toes to the top of my head. And I could smell it, bacon just a simmering inside the Chase Center. And you ask, what is the recipe? Well, you just seen it on display. Woo! That deserves a woo in Providence, Rhode Island. You know, nobody, as I was telling Chuck, nobody's picking Arkansas. What tenacity this team has shown. You know, I quoted Tupac. If there ever was a team, you know, Tupac Shakur's great pulling the rose, the glue from the concrete, and it symbolizes this team. It just symbolizes this. Through obstacles, you know, you can accomplish great things. And we go out underneath the number 10 seed, and we beat, what do in Providence? Woo! Not only do we do a little dancing, we punch our ticket to the Sweet 16, and we're on the verge of punching our ticket, and I believe we will. Tomorrow night, when we leave that court, that sugar is going to be all over the court, and we're going to serve the Red Raiders a little of the recipe.
That's awesome.
Eddie, where have you been, man? We missed you. You okay?
Man, I'm okay. Sometimes you go through a little fire in life. But I'll tell you one thing that will not die inside this old boy is passion. I'll tell you what, and this team, for this fan base, never take passion, never take it winning for granted. And we come from a long, send it to Texas Tech, send it to all the analysts in the country. Because nobody, I believe, was picking Arkansas. As I told Chuck, I hear about Kansas defense. I hear about St. John's, how they had the best defensive team in the country. And, you know, I hear about Texas Tech now. But not one word about the Hog basketball train. And I believe this, gentlemen. Did you hear the whistle blowing when we left Providence, Rhode Island? All the way to San Fran. And I believe this. We're going out there with a mission, a purpose to punch our ticket to the Final Eight. And that's exactly what we're going to do.
Eddie, thank you.
Wow.
Came in strong.
He did come in strong.
A lot of woos, a lot of great insight on passion, and the kind of energy Arkansas has been playing with. Eddie's got right there. Glad to have you back, Eddie. Thanks for calling.
Well, he's rehabbed. He's much like a do Thero. He's back.
Good to hear from you, man.
Thank you, gentlemen. I'll leave you with this, Chuck. You just went to the Sports Writer and Sportscaster Hall of Fame. Well, put this in your book. I'll tell you, all men love sugar. All men can admire tenacity. And tomorrow night, it's going to be on display, and we're pushing our ticket to the Final Eight, baby. Blow the whistle, baby.
Yeah, we need the whistle. We got to get the hog whistle back.
We got to get the whistle back.
From the old show. We got to bring that back now that Eddie. Listen, Eddie with a 100% left nothing out there today. He got it all.
It feels like everything's coming together. You know, the team's back, Eddie's back. I mean, it just feels like right here at the right time, everything's gelling.
Yeah, you're there. You're there. You got any vibes to share with us?
Well, I'm looking out at the street. I saw a street sweeper cruise by a moment ago. It's kind of early out here, but they are excited. I mean, I actually ran into Cal walking back into the hotel last night, and you know, they feel like they've got a real shot. You know, Cal's 12-3 in the Sweet 16. 12-3. And I don't know if you're going to find any coach out there in any sport with a more remarkable record at crunch time than what he's put together over the years. And I don't know if we're really fully aware of some of the things he's done over the years. Everybody has talked about the last 2 or 3 when he was at Kentucky, and they acted like the first 10 or 12 never happened. His numbers are staggering in the NCAA tournament, and there's a confidence. These players have a confidence. When your head coach is 12-3 in the Sweet 16, you feel good about your chances as a player. And so I think, I think they're ready to go. I think they're ready to play. They've got another day to practice today. There's going to be an open practice inside the Chase Center today, and then there'll be a closed practice. They were at the University of San Francisco yesterday, but they'll be in the building today. and it'll kind of come together today, I think.
12-3. That's 15 Sweet 16 games.
Yeah, he's going to coach in his 16th Sweet 16 game Thursday night.
That's a lot of trips to the Sweet 16.
Yeah.
I mean,
it's incredible.
We're over here talking about how Arkansas has been to 4 of the last 5. That spans, what, 3 coaches?
Yeah.
Well,
no,
Muss
2.
went-
2.
Okay, 2 coaches.
Yeah.
Muss
yeah.
went Elite 8, Sweet 16. missed.
Right.
Yeah, and then
Right.
and then Cal this year.
This is where you want to be.
Well, I
right?
think
like
not only that, but Bart, you're always talking about this when we get into bracket picking time. You say it all the time. Can't trust this coach. Can't trust that coach in March. Trust Tom Izzo. Can't trust this guy. I mean, Bill Self. I don't know what his record is in Sweet 16 games, but I just remember, Bill Self seems like at Kansas they get knocked out a fair amount, in the first or second round. Some coaches are just built to coach in this tournament, like the way they are, how they see the game. Cal just seems to thrive on this. And again, none of this is like guaranteeing victories and he's, got it all figured out. But it sure seems like he knows how to embrace this moment, how to coach in these games, how to prepare on quick turnarounds, and he's built a staff to help him do that.
Yeah, Self 14-5 in the Sweet 16.
Yeah, that's pretty good, but
it's really impressive.
Yeah, I mean, it's pretty good.
That's why they're in the Hall of Fame.
Right,
exactly.
Right, like they're the best when the lights
The difference
shine the
between
brightest.
Self and Cal is Cal's done it at now 4 different schools. He's only who's the other guy?
Lon Kruger.
Lon Kruger's the only other guy. And I know, like, when you think basketball greatest coaches of all time, maybe you don't think of Lon Kruger, but isn't he a Hall of Famer?
Yeah, basketball people will tell you Lon Kruger is one of the smartest basketball
he's a
people
college
out there.
basketball Hall of Famer.
Oh,
but he's
yeah.
a very good coach.
But like to take 4 different teams to a Sweet 16, I mean, that's not just, hey, I'm at a really tradition-rich program and I'm a good coach. It's I can go do this just about anywhere. And now he's trying to become the first coach to take 4 different teams to the Final Four in the history of the NCAA tournament.
It's remarkable, and I'm just telling you, there's a swagger that those around you have because of what he has done. He has the power, just almost by himself, to create momentum, and we've sort of seen that happen really over the. I mean, he has willed this team to where they are. He and the staff, and I'm not taking anything away from the players certainly, but he deserves the lion's share of the credit. And that's the individual that sets the tone every day, and he's done that, and he's never thrown in the towel, and so they never have. And now they're to the point in the season where, over the years, despite what they would tell you at Kentucky, this is the time that he thrives. They ran him off because of an aberration. It wasn't because that was the norm. You don't go 12-3 in Sweet 16s by being a bad March coach. I mean, that's silly. But yeah, I think people feel pretty good right now.
Yeah, I mean, some of those years at Kentucky can be a head scratcher, but also, young teams, big time stars, some injuries along the way, whatever. I mean, like, to me, it's what I don't know. I don't know enough about all of his years at Kentucky. I just know what I'm seeing right now. And
that's kind of how I am.
Yeah, and it's been kind of remarkable to watch. Like, I brought it up yesterday, and we can get into it some more. Has your opinion of Cal changed from a year ago? Melvin in Sheridan, you were on the Chuck and Bo show at 7:15. Good morning, Melvin.
Well, I want to answer your last question first. 100% my mind has changed. I didn't really care for him, and now I feel bad I didn't. That man's got a lot of compassion for his players, and there's not a lot of coaches that do, I don't feel like. But that's to answer the first question. I got one for y'all to ask Muss. How you like us now? That's what I want to know. How do you like us now, Muss? And that's all I had to say today. Thank y'all very much.
Hey, Melvin, thanks
All
for
right,
the call.
Melvin, thank you.
Thanks for the call. I mean, look, on the thing on Muss is, like, I think we all agree Muss did a good job here. I think we would all also agree Muss was done being here. And that's, he wanted to leave, and I think he was done being here. And so I get where a fan could be offended by that. But I'll also tell you that if you don't have Muss come in and do the job he did, I don't know if you get Cal.
Oh, Muss was terrific. I mean, 3 of those Sweet 16s are Muss's Sweet 16s. And I know last year was bad. I mean, I was right in the middle of it. Believe me, it was bad. And I knew he was leaving. He didn't want any part of this anymore. He got disgusted. He got frustrated, and his solution was just to leave. And sometimes people do that. He's a California guy, and he wanted to go to California, just like, I'm an Arkansas guy, and lots of people listening to the show, and Bo, you're an Arkansas guy, and it's, this is where you want to be. This is where you feel comfortable. This is the safe place.
Amen.
And that's how he feels about California. And so, that's for him, and we're doing fine, and they'll get better. He'll have them in the NCAA tournament. I guarantee you that.
Hey, if you want to get in on the action, the Oaklawn Sports app can make it happen. The Hogs are still a 5.5-point underdog. I wonder if that'll change at all as we get closer to the game, but I still think the wrong team is favored, which makes it a great bet if you're into that sort of thing. You're always looking for value. March Madness continues, and the Oaklawn Sports app has all the plays you want to make. You can download it in the Apple App Store, the Google Play Store. Futures, outright winners, spreads, totals, player props, it's all there. New customers can earn up to $1,000 in bonus bets. And you get a 10% profit boost for new and existing customers happening now on qualifying 3-leg parlays. So Oaklawn Sports, download the app, and we'll be talking to Zach Gillum tomorrow for a look at other kind of bets you can make, like the Final Four, what's left, who emerges from the Sweet 16. We'll get into all of that. And by the way, don't forget it's tax season. You got to file. You got to get it done. If you're running behind, you need some help, H&R Block has all the answers, and you can just walk in. You can call, make an appointment, or you can just walk in. You'll find one around the corner, H&R Block. Chuck's in San Francisco. We're taking your thoughts. Text, calls, 877-377-6963, 718. Good morning. If I didn't have you and Bart and Edward to lean on, where would I be? And I think about other people that don't have that.
That's what we do. We lift each other up.
Yeah.
The Chuck and Bo Show.
There's simply not a better shopping experience than Macadoodles. Looking for the best selection of beer, wine, and spirits? Macadoodles or Guess Who in Bentonville has you covered. With an unbeatable selection, amazing prices, and service that's unbeatable, they've got everything you need. Whether you're stocking up for a party, updating your bar, or just grabbing your favorites, Roger and the team are always there to help. Make the smart choice. Macadoodles, just north of Bella Vista at the state line, and Guess Who in Bentonville.
I always enjoy talking about Weichert Realtors, the Griffin Company. If you followed my radio career, you remember they were partners on the original Sports Rap radio program over 20 years ago. We've done business together from an advertising perspective, but more importantly, they've been my partners in buying and selling homes. I'd recommend them to anybody. They're in Northwest Arkansas, the River Valley, and in Branson. Weichert Realtors, the Griffin Company, turning houses into homes since 1978.
Now is the time to join Hogs Plus, the Netflix for Razorback fans.
Arkansas wins it. Here they come.
Documentaries, exclusive interviews.
There are people everywhere, and then next thing you know, it's just everybody's packed.
Insider access. And an incredible library of films.
Arkansas leads it by 3.
A membership like no other.
I don't think it gets any better than this.
Oh, you're giving me goosebumps now.
Start your free trial today at hogsplus.com.
If you're having issues with your gutters or drainage around the house, you need to call Hog Trough Gutters. They're locally owned and operated with over 30 years of experience. Seamless gutters made on site, trenching and French drains. Plus, they're fully licensed and insured, and every job comes with a 20-year guarantee. Hog Trough Gutters services all of Northwest Arkansas and the River Valley. Log on to their website, hoggutters.com, to find out more. That's hog, Gutters.com. So I spent yesterday, you mind if I share?
I'm looking forward to it.
The Chuck and Bo Show.
That's 782-8940. That's the only number you need to know for all of your heating and air, plumbing, and drain cleaning needs. That's 782-8940, the only number you need to know.
It's Blaylock Heating and Air Conditioning and Plumbing Services. To have a red truck rolling your way today for great American-made York products, give us a call at 782-8940. That's 782-8940.
Decisions aren't hard when no matter what you choose, you win. Like with Taco Bell's new $5, $7, and $9 Lux Cravings boxes. Choose from the $5 Classic box with iconic favorites like a beefy 5-layer burrito, the $7 Supreme box with the Chicken Chalupa Supreme, and more. Or find new obsessions in the $9 Discovery box. Get yours at Taco Bell today. Participating Taco Bell stores for a limited time only while supplies last. Price and participation varies. Drinks excludes freezes. Tax extra.
The tires on your vehicle go round and round, but when they don't, go to Van Alma Tire. They have tires in their name. That's their specialty. Van Alma Tire is all about tires. They have all the name brands and private labels available for you and in stock. So when it comes to getting tires for your ride, it's worth the drive, and financing is available. Ask for details. Whatever your tire need, check out Van Alma Tires on Highway 64 between Van Buren and Alma. Ready to get you rolling on new tires at Van Alma Tire.
Why do people love Shamrock Liquor Warehouse? Simple. They've got it all. 70 years in business, 15,000 square feet of choices. They buy in volume so you can save. What else? How about the largest selection of everything? Shamrock's got it. Special orders? Shamrock's got it. Convenient drive-through, open 6 days a week? Shamrock's got it. Need a keg for your party? Shamrock's got it. Load up at Shamrock Liquor Warehouse at the corner of Midland and Riverfront Drive in Fort Smith.
You're listening to the Chuck and Bo Show on ESPN 95.3.
I would venture to bet 3 out of every 4 head coaches are absolutely worthless around the house. They can't do anything. Your commode messes up, call the guy. They hadn't mowed a yard in 15 years.
The Chuck and Bo Show.
I'm not paying extreme attention to it, or real close attention, but NFL moves, some moves being made. Russell Wilson, what is he, like $21 million deal to go play for the Giants for a year?
Wow.
Yeah.
$21 million. What do you think they win, 3-4 games?
Yep,
I
probably.
mean, is Jameis Winston also there?
Yes.
He's there.
Well, so this is like a repeat of Justin Fields, Russell Wilson in Pittsburgh, and now we've got Jameis and Russell Wilson for the New York Giants.
Except neither one of these guys is young anymore.
Pro football franchises just bewilder me.
Well,
like, what are you doing?
Well,
you're
okay, so
you're not going to win anything.
That's where I'm going next. Is like I love looking at that and hearing you say that. And Chuck, we're in it in college athletics, and I'm not sure we even know how to be in it in terms of free agency. Like, the portal's open, and you know what's going to happen, like year to year, and who really knows what they're doing in the portal. Because these NFL teams do all this evaluation, character, all this stuff, like before the draft or when they're getting ready to trade for somebody. And in college, we're not really set up for that. And you got guys just flying all over the place. I saw a graphic on social media a few minutes ago. And in fact, here it is. So it's like straight columns, like vertical columns. And they have logos from teams. So there'll be 5 different logos from a team. And, like, this represents a team. So, like, can you pick the team? So, I'll give you an example. These are teams.
Starters of the Sweet 16 teams.
Yeah, starters of the Sweet 16 teams that started their career somewhere else. So, like, here would be Arkansas's logos, 1 through 5. Kentucky, FAU, Arkansas, Missouri, Tennessee. So then you have to say, oh, yeah, right there on the right, if you're looking at the stream, top right, that's Arkansas. But then if you go, from there across the top there, like is that Michigan State's roster where they have 4 guys for Michigan State? Okay, but the rest of them, I mean, you can hardly find.
Duke has 4.
Purdue's got all their 5 started at Purdue. Duke has 4.
Houston and BYU are identifiable.
Yeah, but some of these teams you have no idea. You couldn't name the team. That's the transfer portal. And by the way, it's happening now, as well as with coaches, Chuck. Like every one of these mid-major coaches that wins a game or two, boom, they're gone before the game's even over.
Well, and it's they're evidently battling for them. I mean, 2 days ago, Brian Hodgson, the ASU coach, was going to go to UNLV, and he ends up at USF. And Josh Pastner, who I didn't even know was still looking for a job, is going to end up as the UNLV coach. And, yeah, I mean, it's just the transfer portal is open for everybody right now. And it's always been open for the coaches. Now it's open for the players. And, hey, I think Arkansas is going to be pretty active now. I think you're going to see Cal may have, he kind of played it off the other day like, oh, is the transfer portal opening? I didn't know that. He knew it. I mean, those phones have been blowing up. Let me tell you, Arkansas is going to be active, and they'll get some good ones.
Here's Cal on the Pat McAfee show yesterday.
And there are many of us that if you put your name in the portal, I'd probably say you got to go now. If you're going to do it, I'll see you. Because you pour in so much to these young people. If they're not coming back with the loving each other, what is this, one way? And so you would probably say, to me, I'd be hurt. It hurt my heart. You're putting your name in the portal instead of coming. And, yeah, but I just want to see and maybe I'll come back. Well, no, it's not how that works.
So
basketball is a little different than football. Just the sheer numbers of football. It's, Coach Pittman said that, and everybody loved it. And then he lost a player or two, and it's like, well, I don't know, Coach. You might need to change your mind on that. And he did kind of, alter his plan a little bit. Basketball, it's a little bit easier to do that. The numbers allow you to have that attitude. And, I mean, you're not going to see many guys that will leave Calipari.
Yeah, except for the
everybody
draft.
wants to play, but – by the same token, what are you really gaining by leaving?
I think Thero's gone. I think Boogie's gone. I think there's a chance that everyone else could come back. Eligible.
I think there's a chance every one of them. I think there's going to be a decent number that come back. I don't think we should be blind to the fact, though, that a player like Carter Knox has improved his stock enormously. I'm not sure Carter wouldn't be a first-round pick now. And I realize his game's not as polished as a lot of players out there, but the NBA's not looking for polish when you're 18 or 19. And I think there's a player or two on this team that surprisingly to some might end up going pro. But, look, those are the kinds of players you want. You want players that are good enough to go pro. If they're not good enough to go pro, you're not going to be in very many Sweet 16s. I mean, that's just kind of how it works. That's the double edge to the sword is if you're going to be good, your players aren't going to be around very long.
And you come here knowing, like what you said, and you got to be at that level. But the guys they're bringing in next year that are freshmen, like if you're DJ as good as DJ Wagner is, you're like, okay, where am I playing next year? Am I on the ball? Am I off the ball? Am I the first guy off the bench? Like that factors in too, which is what you want in a program, that kind of competitiveness and that level of play.
You want, when a player commits, you want other players out there who are thinking about committing to, notice that. And you want players on your team to, notice who you're bringing in. I mean, I don't know that as a coach you come out and say, hey, I just signed your replacement. But every player's got to know when they sign a great player at their position that for all intents and purposes, they're signing their replacement. And if you've got another year of eligibility left or two, then, you better pick it up or you may not play as much.
So Arkansas's got 9 guys. There's been a lot of conversation about that. And it really became the conversation when you get 2 guys hurt. And by the way, they've just been bit with the injury bug all season. Like we keep forgetting, Adu early on, Nelly early on. I'm talking about preseason into the early part of the season. But for all that's been said of only having 9 guys, you're only talking about like 1 more or 2 more players, the difference between
That's
everybody
right.
else and Arkansas. And when I think of this roster, I don't think about who starts. It doesn't even cross my mind. Like when you think about evaluating these guys 1 through 9, it doesn't really matter who starts. They're all going to play, and that was Cal's point from the beginning. Is I want to have enough guys to have a deep enough bench, but also so everybody gets to play and nobody's really worried about it, and it creates a problem within the locker room. I mean, that was the intent, and it's actually worked out pretty well.
Oh, I don't think anybody's complaining about playing time, that's for sure. I mean, everybody that's been able to play in every game has played. I mean, Billy Richmond's played in every game. I mean, every player of those 8, 7, 8, 9, however many it's been, it's fluctuated. Every one of them's played every game, an appreciable number of minutes. Big Z's not played much lately, but if they were still at 6 or 7, he would be. You got to remember, there were a couple of games there where they essentially went with a 6-man rotation. Big Z, when his struggles kind of started, he hurt his thumb. And there was a game or two there where, they basically played with 6 players.
Hey, if you are like Chuck and I, and you love doing business with Arkansas people, Chuck was talking about how much we love living here earlier, and I couldn't agree more. Splash Car Wash is one of those places. They're just good people. They're Arkansans. They're locally owned, Arkansas business serving Arkansans since 1989. You can get a free car wash thanks to them and the Chuck and Bo Show if you text Splash Arkansas to 22322. Splash Arkansas to 22322. Get a free car wash from Splash Arkansas and the Chuck and Bo Show. Splash Arkansas to 22322. Hey, 7:32. We're counting down the tip-off, but we got a whole day to go. We'll talk about the decision I made late last night when we come back. It's the Chuck and Bo Show.
The Chuck and Bo Show.
All right, well, congratulations. Hey, Chuck, I made some good calls today. You sure did. You sure did.
First Security is about more than great banking. Yes, we provide the financial expertise, digital tools, and everything else you need when you need it. But we also go all in on local support with friendly professionals, plus convenient locations all across the state. Because we believe personal banking is better banking. Visit fsbank.com for details. That's fsbank.com for friendly, local banking with First Security. Bank better. Member FDIC.
Discover the Stonebreaker Hotel, where handcrafted elegance meets modern comfort. Relax in beautifully designed rooms, or book your next reservation at the Stonebreaker Lounge and Restaurant, where you can satisfy cravings with fresh, seasonal takes on traditional favorites. Open daily from 5 to 9 p.m. For more information, log on to stonebreakerhotel.com, located on Markham Road in Fayetteville, where you'll find the Stonebreaker Hotel and Restaurant.
I want Texas to lose. Yeah, I want them to rot in hell.
The Chuck and Bo Show.
Are you looking for the best Razorbacks insight and analysis?
Hell yes.
How about listening to an Arkansas football legend?
Matt Jones, all he does is make big plays.
What's the voice of the Hogs have to say?
Hey, what a great crowd last night.
Don't forget about the Omahogs.
The Hogs are going to Omaha.
Matt Jones, Chuck Barrett, and Phil Elson, the best in the business on the Hit That Line Podcast Network. Go to hitthatline.com or search Hit That Line wherever you listen to podcasts. Don't forget to rate, review, subscribe, and share.
Hey, Ty Richardson for Jam Mart. They have several locations in the Arkansas area, but I specifically want to talk to you about Jam Mart number 10. Great deli. My goodness. Great lunch, great dinner. But have you had the breakfast yet? It's the best in town. And they have that convenient drive-through window. So when you're heading north or south on 540, take exit number 6 for Jam Mart number 10. 6201 Grand Avenue in Fort Smith. Jam Mart, the leading gas station and convenience store in the area.
Precision Garage Door features the finest quality materials, installation, and service for all your garage door needs, including garage door repair and new garage doors and openers. Fully licensed and insured with the largest showroom in Northwest Arkansas at 1907 Town West Drive in Rogers and in Fort Smith at 416 North 10th Street. Call Precision Garage Door today at 844-PDS-DOOR or check them out online at PrecisionDoorNWA.com. Financing is available. Precision Garage Door, voted best garage door company of Northwest Arkansas and the River Valley.
Hey, this is Dr. Cole Johnson at River Valley Smile Center. You hear my partner, Dr. Charles Liggett, at 12:15 on halftime every Monday. Dr. Liggett and I have worked at River Valley Smile Center together for 11 years now. Like the Hogs, we have a great team. Do you have a unique dental procedure, a complex dental problem, or are you just nervous about dental work? Come see me for sedation dentistry, implants, implant-supported dentures, as well as cosmetic dentistry. We are located at 8309 Phoenix Avenue in Fort Smith at the River Valley Smile Center. Check us out online at rivervalleysmiles.com or call 479-646-0706.
Colorworks Paint and Body in Barling offers professional automotive painting, bodywork, and fabrication that is unsurpassed in talent and dedication. Owner Andy Herod uses the latest in collision repair technology to ensure all damage is addressed, whether it's visible or hidden, and works with all insurance companies. Andy and his crew have the experience and commitment to give you complete trust in the repair of your vehicle, no matter the size of the job. Colorworks is located at 1206 Fort Street in Barling, across from Dollar General, and is on Facebook, where you can check out their work.
The tires on your vehicle go round and round, but when they don't, go to Van Alma Tire. They have tires in their name. That's their specialty. Van Alma Tire is all about tires. They have all the name brands and private labels available for you and in stock. So when it comes to getting tires for your ride, it's worth the drive, and financing is available. Ask for details. Whatever your tire need, check out Van Alma Tires on Highway 64 between Van Buren and Alma. Ready to get you rolling on new tires at Van Alma Tire.
Wave Rural Connect is excited to introduce our new 300 megabit internet service, perfect for streaming, remote work, and homework for just $64.95 a month. Get no worries, cyber safe managed Wi-Fi for a total of $71.95. Order today at signup.waveruralconnect.com or call 1-833-492-8372. We're adding new services and expanding our areas for you. Arkansas Valley Electric and Wave Rural Connect, changing the communities we serve.
Take your dining to a whole new level at Blue Point Seafood and Steak Restaurant. You'll find the finest cuts of steak and the freshest seafood in an amazing atmosphere. Blue Point Seafood and Steak Restaurant is at Chaffee Crossing, across from the Arkansas Colleges of Health Education on Chad Colley Drive. When your night deserves the best, call 597-4081 for reservations or book online at Toast. Blue Point Seafood and Steak Restaurant, your destination for not only great food, but an amazing experience.
You're listening to the Chuck and Bo Show on ESPN 95.3.
Well-rested Chuck
That's right.
is the best kind of Chuck.
I will be good tonight. Stay in. You'll get the best version of me tomorrow, I promise.
The Chuck and Bo Show.
All right, Chuck.
Yes.
You're in San Francisco. You've dealt with the time change. They're 2 hours behind us there on the West Coast.
I'm coming through it.
Yep. It's 5:38 where Chuck is this morning. And I was planning to go to San Francisco, changed my mind. Then I was kind of on the fence, and I was like, definitely not going to go. And I don't know, something came over me yesterday, Chuck, and I decided I'm coming.
Oh, really?
Yeah, coming.
That's a definite.
It's a definite, and I'll arrive at the hotel at like 1 o'clock in the morning if all goes well. And the show starts at 4 a.m. there. So I've got a 3-hour buffer. It may be full-blown Situation Room tomorrow, depending on how things go. Bart may just be doing the show from the Situation Room. We've already planned that Chuck needs to rest. He's got to call a game tomorrow night. And,
late at night.
you can still get a nap in, but, like, you got to just sort of be in a good spot. Like, you can't just start off with a 3 a.m. day, for example, and then go call a game. You can, but you'd rather not. You're not going to be at your best. We like to set up for success. But I found, I kind of figured it out logistically, Chuck.
Yeah.
I kind of figured it out. I'm going to get there about 1 o'clock, and I might take a really short nap, or I might just roll right into the show at 4. Is there a spot in the lobby? Can you just do some recon?
It's
for
a
me?
huge lobby.
Okay,
it's
so
a
I
huge
can find
lobby.
a corner, and
you
I'll
can
be
find a corner.
I'm gonna be okay.
You
and
can
then
find
you'll
a corner.
come down, at like 6 a.m. and you'll do the last hour with me. I mean, theoretically. I mean, if it doesn't work out,
I might be there before that.
well, you might get excited that I'm in person, but you got to leave the gear.
I'll be
for me.
worried. I won't sleep until I know you're safe.
You're going to have to. First of all, that's 100% not true. Secondly, we need you to leave the gear. You can't forget to leave the gear at the front desk, because if you do, there's no getting a hold of you. They're not going to tell me what room you're in, and I know you're not either. And so there's no even banging on your door to like get it. Like it's just got to be left there. So I'm coming to San Francisco. That's the major announcement here on the Chuck and Bo Show.
Wow, that's
huge. I can't
huge.
be left out any longer.
I will alert the media here.
Please
They've
tell
been asking.
everyone. Well,
They've been asking.
I've got a credential. I'm credential approved.
Wow.
Yeah, I mean
big.
I'm in. Like I don't. That's all I know. That's about all I know. But I'm coming to San Francisco. Alert the locals. Let them know. Like the Fisherman's Wharf. Let the people of the Golden Gate Bridge know I'm driving over it.
I've done this before. I've made these plans. I've booked flights. I've accounted. Oh, I can do this. I can just stay up here. I can. This will work out just fine. And you're going to be mush tomorrow. But I admire your enthusiasm.
Thursday is going to be a day of sleep, and then I'm going to rally, and I'm going to go to the game, and it's going to be another late night. And then we're going to get up, and I'm going to do the show on Friday, and it's going to be another, day of a little bit of rest on Friday, and then Friday night all bets are off. I mean,
here's the good news.
I'm going to go to the Stinking Rose or somewhere, some restaurant I know of. There's a restaurant, an Italian restaurant. I went there like 30 years ago when I was covering the Florida Marlins, and they were playing the San Francisco Giants, and I ate at the Stinking Rose. I looked it up last night. It's still there.
Wow.
Yeah.
There's a lot of restaurants. You will not go hungry.
It's about 28 years ago, I guess. But yeah, no, have you ventured out? Have you gotten on a trolley or anything?
I did. Yesterday, actually, I spent.
We've lost Chuck.
Well, I don't know.
Volume.
Did we lose Chuck, or did we? I felt like we lost. You there, Chuck?
I am
Yeah,
here.
okay, keep talking. We had this earlier where it just cut out for a second. You're good. Go ahead. Well,
there he goes again.
Keep rolling. One more try. All right, we'll come back after the break and get that ironed out. Probably just need to reset because Chuck's about to tell us things he did. He's being saved by the universe right now. Can
you hear me now?
Yeah, we got you good.
Okay.
But
yesterday was my walking around day.
Okay.
I got my steps in yesterday.
Did you walk by the baseball park?
Well, actually, the Giants played last night against the Tigers. They're playing 2 exhibition games here before they open the regular season. They played Monday night, played last night. I was going to go. That was in my plan. But I walked a lot yesterday, down to Fisherman's Wharf and up to Nob Hill. And people who've been to San Francisco know where I'm talking about. And it is very nice, and I got my steps in yesterday. Temperature was nice. It was about 70, and nice breeze off the ocean. I mean, it was pretty good. So
I'm excited for him. That's awesome. But that ballpark, like, it's street level. Like, if you're walking the sidewalk or you're going for a jog or something and you go by there, like, you're on the sidewalk and you can see, like, first base. Like, it's from me to Bart. Like, it's I'm biased. I'm a Cardinals fan, but that's the nicest ballpark I've been in. It is just in terms of all the views. It's one of those places where the best seats are not at. All right, well, let's hit a break. We'll get Chuck reset so we can hear him. But it is a beautiful ballpark. 877-377-6963, 744. The Hogs are in the Sweet 16. Good morning.
Can we just say, for all of you who get up early in the morning and you work so hard, man, we're glad you're here. We just really appreciate all the work you do to make Arkansas better.
You talking to me?
The Chuck and Bo Show.
Arkansas's one-stop automotive shop is right around the corner. Fayetteville Auto Park. FayettevilleAutoPark.com. Chevy, Toyota, Honda, Acura, Collision Center, all in one place. And if you're shopping pre-owned, Fayetteville Auto Park has you covered. With so many new cars sold, we always have a great selection of fresh trades. Why settle for anything less than the best? Fayetteville Auto Park, West Showroom Drive in Fayetteville. Proud sponsor of the Chuck and Bo Show.
If you haven't tried a Flight by Yuengling, you're missing out on the great taste of Yuengling that is a light beer. It's the next generation of light beer. Get it on draft, in the can, the new skinny cans, and now the new 16-ounce resealable twist-off aluminum bottle. Perfect for any occasion. It's just 95 calories, and you're still enjoying a Yuengling. Take your beer game to new heights with Flight by Yuengling, the next generation of light beer.
You know the sound, you know the place, and you know the time of year that means live racing at Oaklawn.
All right, mic check 1, 2.
If your Oaklawn is playing favorites, letting it ride on long shots, or just soaking up the vibes
I got you, Chuck. It sounds fine.
To make your plans and discover your Oaklawn.
Edward, can you hear
Live racing starts Friday, December 6th. Reserve seats, rooms in our hotel, or a spot in your favorite Oaklawn restaurant at oaklawn.com.
Okay.
This is my Oaklawn.
Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER.
Ready or not, it is tax season. But luckily, H&R Block is here. Whether you need expert help with your taxes or simply have a question or two, your neighborhood H&R Block is here for you. Taxes are hard, but filing with H&R Block is easy. Walk in or make an appointment and get 100% accuracy and your max refund guaranteed. Put 70 years of tax expertise to work for you. Get those taxes squared away today at H&R Block.
It seems like everything is more expensive this year, but at Paschal Air Plumbing and Electric, we're here to help lighten the load. This new year, enjoy no payments and no interest on all home repairs and replacements. Whether it's fixing that stubborn plumbing issue, replacing an aging heating and air system, or upgrading your electrical, our Paschal pros are here to keep your home running smoothly and stress-free. Visit gopaschal.com today to schedule your service. Paschal Air Plumbing and Electric. Professional people, professional service. See dealer for details with approved credit. Restrictions apply.
Hey, it's Bo Mattingly, and McDonald Eye Associates is my one-stop for any vision need. The progressives they have me in are a game changer, and my new sunglasses are going to be great for baseball season. McDonald Eye was the first practice in the state to perform LASIK, and they have the most experience. They also have the new vision correction options for all ages, including cataract and clear lens replacement to see your best from all distances. For your best vision, McDonald Eye is the place to go.
There's nothing we enjoy saying more than I told you so.
The Chuck and Bo Show.
Up to $10,000 off on select GMC Sierras at Harry Robinson Buick GMC. The GMC Sierra will conquer the road with confidence. Up to $10,000 off. Or lease the all-new 2025 GMC Hummer EV. With hands-free driving assistance, go 0 to 60 in under 3 seconds for as low as $800 a month. Harry Robinson Buick GMC. We are professional grade. Harry Robinson Buick GMC. Exit 11 off of I-540 in Fort Smith.
Attention business owners, are you overpaying for your website, dropping thousands up front and shelling out more than $95 a month? Stop the madness! With Modular Orange, you get a custom-built, fully managed website for just $95 a month. No hidden fees, no headaches. They write it, build it, launch it, update it, and secure it so you can focus on your business. Ditch the overpriced hassle and go simple. Visit modularorange.com today. That's modularorange.com.
At 810 Billiards and Bowling, we've got everything you need for a good time. Drink up, chow down, rack 'em up, and knock 'em down. In other words, be social. Join us for happy hour every day from 3 to 7. Catch the big game on our giant screens and check out the newly expanded arcade and mini golf. Oh, and don't forget to try the new double-decker burger. It's a game changer. Let the fun begin at 810 Billiards and Bowling, 5609 Rogers Avenue, Suite F in Fort Smith. See you there.
Spring camping season is here. Don't miss the NWA RV Show and Outdoor Party, April 12th and 13th at 5102 West Pauline Whitaker Parkway in Rogers, just behind Newk's. Sponsored by two of the state's largest RV dealers, Wheels RV and Moix RV. With brands you love like Grand Design, Jayco, Brinkley, Flagstaff, Coachman, Catalina, Vibe, and Winnebago, and on-site financing available. There will be a variety of vendors and bounce house for the kids and so much more. So make plans now to attend the NWA RV Show and Outdoor Party, April 12th and 13th, 5102 West Pauline Whitaker Parkway, Rogers.
You're listening to the Chuck and Bo Show on ESPN 95.3.
Summer's coming.
I'm already ready for summer. I'm ready for summer.
It's great. So we're about to get Chuck off the road.
Chuck's looking forward to that.
The Chuck and Bo Show.
I always love Edward's just natural chuckle. Like, it's genuine. And, he thought that was kind of funny. The rest of us, we got a lot of courtesy laughs going on in here. That's the one right there.
Edward's easy to amuse.
That was a real
easy to amuse, man.
Yeah. But
Chuck just says things that are, in a fun way.
I amuse Edward.
Yes.
I know people were hanging on his every word about the Giants ballpark. What is it called now?
Oracle.
Oracle. Okay. What was it before that? Like Pac Bell or?
It's been a lot
like
of different things.
Pac Bell, AT&T, I think.
So you were we lost you as you were just talking about.
Oh, okay.
Like being a Cardinals fan, but this is the nicest park you've seen.
It's the nicest ballpark. It's one of those ballparks where you want to sit on the second level because you want to be able to see the ocean. You want to see McCovey Cove. If you're down at field level, you can't see all that stuff. It's also a place where you better bring a hoodie in the middle of July because as the old that old song or old saying, the coldest winter I ever spent was the summer I spent in San Francisco.
Yeah.
And, it can change block to block here for sure.
So definitely always a hoodie when you're in San Francisco.
Always have something with you to pull over, yes.
Brent is in Searcy. Brent, good morning. You're on the Chuck and Bo Show. Chuck's already in San Francisco. The Sweet 16 tomorrow night. What's happening, Brent?
Brent.
Bo, just ready for this game. How are you doing, Chuck?
Never better.
That's
unbelievable. Never better.
Oh,
it's 5:52 on the West Coast.
With the job you got, there's never a bad day, Chuck.
You're right. You are right about that. That is very true.
Hey, I got one bone to pick, and it's a funny bone. And then I want to ask about a new Zero if I can.
Go for it.
Hey, you know this basketball team has drove me back to the heaters, Chuck.
That's fair.
I know you're not surprised, right, Chuck?
No, I'm not surprised. It's probably a lot of people have stressed out, handle it in different ways.
And then the baseball game last night made me smoke double heaters.
Oh wow, that was something.
Yeah, I
That's
saw
a
that
midweek
score.
game, but it was a
it's a tough way to lose.
30 hits.
Tough way to lose.
In the game.
Chuck, do you think Adu Zero will have his explosiveness tomorrow night?
Well, I don't know. I mean, I don't think they would put him in there if they felt like that he was going to, hinder him or not be able to do the vast majority of the things he did before. Now, there's game shape and game strength, and that's why he'll probably play, as Cal said, he said 10 to 12. I'll bet it's 15 or so. Boogie ended up playing 24, I think, in his first game back. A little bit different, though, in that Boogie's situation was just, it was a thumb. And I'm not saying just a thumb, but, it wasn't a knee.
When
so
I was down there on Sunday and couldn't talk about this until we got word on, whether he's going to play or not. But I'll just give you a little backstory. He was doing cone drills. Like, they were working him out. He was working out with the trainer to see what he was comfortable doing. So he was doing all the agility, sprinting, turning corners, backpedaling, flipping your hips around, going around, all that kind of stuff without a ball, just to see, what he felt comfortable doing. And then they just progressed from there. So all of that's gone well enough that he's going to apparently play in the game. Like, I don't think this is a decoy, Chuck, where they're just trying to make Tech prepare for him, and you won't actually see him on the court. I think he's going to play, and they've certainly been taking the measures, to get to that point, and it seems like it's gone well. And then there a lot of video and pictures surfaced yesterday from the team's social media accounts of him actually practicing.
Yeah, I think it was more decoy than probability last weekend, to be perfectly honest.
Right.
But it's not a decoy this time. No, he practiced yesterday, and again, there's open practice today. There's open and closed practice today. But no, he's going to play, and we need to talk about this more as we go along. To me, the fact that these guys want to play, both of them are going pro. They don't have to play. They want to play, and I think that speaks volumes about a lot of things.
We'll get into that next. And Cal was on Pat McAfee. Had a lot of things to say yesterday. We'll give you the highlights of that and get some of your reaction as well. Almost 8 o'clock Central Time. Chuck and Bo Show.
Did you know Chevy of Fayetteville is the #1 volume dealer in Northwest Arkansas? That means nobody sells more cars, trucks, or SUVs than Chevy of Fayetteville. They've been a part of our community for over 25 years. They're supporters of our local schools and the Razorbacks. And they're the best after the sale. An award-winning service and parts department, a waiting area, complimentary loaners. So go see Chris Mark in Denver and the team at Chevy of Fayetteville, inside the Fayetteville Auto Park.
Guys, regardless of our age, feeling good is something we all want. That's what the Sweatnum Edge is all about. It's where health, confidence, and peak performance come together. We all face challenges like low energy, hair loss, who's looking at me, stubborn weight, and skin health. The good news is we can do something about it. Get your free evaluation today and see where you are. Chuck and I have both done it and are better off for it. Log on to SweatnumCosmetic.com and click on the Sweatnum Edge.
I always enjoy talking about Weicker Realtors, the Griffin Company. If you followed my radio career, you remember they were partners on the original sports rap radio program over 20 years ago. We've done business together from an advertising perspective, but more importantly, they've been my partners in buying and selling homes. I'd recommend them to anybody. They're in Northwest Arkansas, the River Valley, and in Branson. Weicker Realtors, the Griffin Company, turning houses into homes since 1978.
There's no better shopping experience than you're going to find at Macadoodles or at Guess Who in Bentonville. And every Wednesday is Wine Down Wednesday. 15% off every bottle of wine in the store, even if it's already on sale. But when it comes to selection, amazing prices, and unbeatable customer service, Macadoodles and Guess Who in Bentonville is second to none. Wine, beer, and spirits. Stock up for your next party or just stop by and grab your favorite. Macadoodles, just north of Bella Vista, and Guess Who in Bentonville.
You want to talk about washed? You're being brainwashed by idiots. You're following idiots.
The Chuck and Bo Show.
ESPN Arkansas weather.
For today, we should see ample sunshine, only a slight chance of a shower early across the south. High temperatures will be right around the middle 70s today. Slight chance of a shower or two tonight. Overnight low will drop down in the low 50s. And then Thursday, looking at partly to mostly cloudy skies, highs in the low 80s. I'm Sally Russell with your forecast on ESPN Arkansas.
The weather is brought to you by Copp CDL Academy. Call them today at 479-632-1050. Copp CDL Academy, expanding horizons.
It is Markdown Madness at Harry Robinson, Salisal Ford, 1 mile south of exit 308 off I-40 in Salisal. Hey, if your bracket's busted and you're ready to do something else, how about save a bundle? It won't break your bank or your bracket here at Harry Robinson during Markdown Madness.
Yes, the Markdown Madness event. I mean, Tommy, we keep talking about this, and it's just like, you know, it's crazy that if I added up all the discounts, we did it earlier, it's over $250,000 in savings. That's over $250,000 in savings. For our customers that want to come in here and buy a new 2024 Ford. So come down here and see us. The Markdown Madness event, F-150s up to $15,000 off sticker, Expeditions over $14,000 off, the remaining Broncos over $13,000 off. So I'm telling you, you're not going to find a better deal anywhere else. Come to Harry Robinson, Salisal Ford.
It's Markdown Madness now through the end of the month. Harry Robinson, Salisal Ford, 1 mile south of exit 308 off of I-40 in Salisal.
Take your dining to a whole new level at Blue Point Seafood and Steak Restaurant. You'll find the finest cuts of steak and the freshest seafood in an amazing atmosphere. Blue Point Seafood and Steak Restaurant is at Chaffee Crossing, across from the Arkansas Colleges of Health Education on Chad Colley Drive. When your night deserves the best, call 597-4081 for reservations or book online at Toast. Blue Point Seafood and Steak Restaurant, your destination for not only great food, but an amazing experience.
KERX Paris Fort Smith. You're listening to ESPN 95.3.
Wagner paints. Touchdown! Wow!
Man, I wish I knew you were here. We hear that every day at In Stock Parts, located off Highway 45 across from the cold storage in Fort Smith. Are you a maintenance technician, landscaper, farmer, or a do-it-yourselfer in need of bearings, belts, or roller chain? Or safety supplies like gloves, safety glasses, or earplugs? Maybe you need drill bits, tap and die sets, lubricants, or even a gas-powered pump or generator. Don't waste your time driving around. Stop by In Stock Parts, your industrial parts resource, or check them out online at InStockParts.com. In Stock Parts.
Forest Grid Incorporated, a company known for paying top wages and benefits, has immediate openings for equipment operators, pipe layers, concrete finishers, and laborers. For nearly 90 years, Forest Grid has built the foundations of the River Valley, and now you can become a part of that legacy. Apply now from any device at GoForestGrid.com. That's GoForestGrid.com. Do you finally want to get paid well for your work? Do you want to work for a company that treats you like family? Apply now at GoForestGrid.com. Forest Grid Incorporated is an equal opportunity employer.
Up to $10,000 off on select GMC Sierras at Harry Robinson Buick GMC. The GMC Sierra will conquer the road with confidence. Up to $10,000 off. Or lease the all-new 2025 GMC Hummer EV. With hands-free driving assistance, go 0 to 60 in under 3 seconds for as low as $800 a month. Harry Robinson Buick GMC. We are professional grade. Harry Robinson Buick GMC. Exit 11 off of I-540 in Fort Smith.
It's your favorite time of year, March Madness, and the #1 place to get all your alcohol this basketball postseason is Eastside Liquor in Fort Smith. Located at 9390 Rogers Avenue, Eastside Liquor has everything you need. Dave Bushko and his team have all your beer, seltzers, wine, liquor, and more. Eastside Liquor, they always come up clutch in the postseason.
Arkansas wins the national championship!
You're listening to the Chuck and Bo Show on ESPN 95.3.
Previously heard on Chuck and Bo.
My favorite's when we're going to break, and we're not there yet, but I'm talking, and Chuck knows we're going to break, and he just disengages, sits back from his mic, takes his headset off, and I'm still talking.
Yeah, I need to stop doing that.
And he's on his phone.
That's not true. That is not true.
Like, I know you're rapping. I know you're about to land this plane, and I didn't care about your point to begin with, but I wish you to hurry up.
Hey, listen.
I'm indicative of the entire audience right now, Bo. Shut up.
I got to quit doing that.
The Chuck and Bo Show.
I would resist the urge to drink this morning.
Stop. I'm done.
You said a lot of good things there.
Well, I don't know if I said one good thing.
I met a guy last night. Love y'all to death, Jeff.
You mind if I share?
I'm looking forward to it.
The show of record for Razorback fans.
I'm in my Sunday school, and first thing he says when we hop in the car, he says, "Let's turn on the Chuck and Bo Show."
It's too early for this kind of conversation. I'm still half asleep.
Here are your hosts, Chuck Barrett and Bo Mattingly.
Chuck's already in San Francisco. We are counting down to tip-off tomorrow night. I'll get there tonight in the middle of the night, and we're going to rally and do the show in the morning. And if I'm not on the air tomorrow, you'll know it didn't go as well as I imagined when I had a glass half full.
At 6:15 in the morning, when Bart's carrying the show, we'll have the picture of Bo slumped over in a booth in a lobby in a empty, dark lobby restaurant, sound asleep.
Drooling.
the best laid
drool
plans.
that comes with complete exhaustion.
Yeah.
Cal has been making the rounds nationally, by the way. He's got all the energy he needs. It's go time. And yesterday he was on the McAfee show. Here are some highlights. A lot was said.
Texas Tech, woo, are they good? This will be a hard game, but I like my team. I like my players. Am I breaking this with you, Pat?
Come on.
Adu Thiero is available. The most he'll play, 12 minutes, maybe 15, maybe, I doubt. But you got to prepare now because we're a different team. Finally, we got a full roster. Adu wanted to play. He's the only reason he's playing is he said, I'm playing. All the 16 coaches know we're all 2-0. Don't matter what you did all season. We're now 2-0. You have a chance. We were dead to rights. We were thrown in the coffin. They pushed the talk down, but they didn't nail him. I'm not listening, reading. I don't care. He's the worst. He can't. Okay, I agree with you. Can we get on to something more important, which is I got to coach these kids. I like to watch their last 5 games. The last 5 gives you an indication of how they're playing now. You go and try to do something in December, November, who gives as you would say, who gives a it doesn't matter.
He is feeling it, Chuck.
Oh, he knows when the camera's on, that's for sure. He's a great guest, and that's why they love having him on, I'm sure. And, yes, he is feeling it. And, to kind of go back to what we were talking about at the end of the last hour, Cal talked about it right there, about the reason Adu is going to play, the same reason Boogie is playing, is because they wanted to play. I believe, I don't think I'm inaccurate in saying this, wondered when Boogie initially got hurt, is this going to be like Nick Smith Jr.? And we wondered, and I'm not knocking Nick Smith Jr. He's doing fine. Whatever decisions they made were good decisions. He's in the NBA and is going to be for a while, so good for him. But I think people wonder the same thing about Adu. This is the byproduct of having a team that stayed together. And to me, and I'll go back to what I've said before, the most remarkable thing this staff's done is keeping everyone headed in the same direction when they were 0-5. I don't know who the other team is, but I know Arkansas is only the second team in the shot clock era to start conference play 0-5 and make the Sweet 16.
Is that right?
It has been an almost historic turnaround. And so, when you do something like that, it only happens when you stay together, when you are able to, and people have wondered why Cal, he's really tight. I mean, he's guarded. He's closed on a lot of things. Well, I think this is why. Boogie and Adu have been around this team. These guys enjoy one another's company. They just want to play with their friends. I mean, their friends are having the time of their lives, and they want in on it. I mean, they've been sitting there watching everybody else have all this fun. These guys are ball players. This is what makes them happy. This is what keeps them going and motivates them every day is to play ball. And they want to go out there and play. And I think that's why Boogie's done well, and I think it's why Adu will do well.
Those are great points, and it's one of the things I've been most impressed with. There's 2 or 3 things with Cal and this staff. And I'll get into that in a second. I was just thinking when you were talking about this, about what Chuck Martin told us earlier this week. When this team was 0-5.
0-5 was not the place where we wanted to be, as you can imagine. But I think we've got a great staff. We really do. We got an experienced staff who really, at the end of the day, when things did not look good, let's go back to what we're good at, which is teaching. Let's go back to inspiring these guys and getting them to believe. It wasn't easy to get them to really believe in what we're doing. You're 0-5, as you can imagine. But we went back to teaching. Let's get back on the court. Let's get back to work. Let's take one day at a time, 1 week at a time, one opponent at a time. And slowly but surely you can see it coming together. And it was just starting to happen. It was starting to work.
Keeping those guys together to play for each other is always hard, but it's particularly hard in basketball because you're your own personal brand if you're good in junior high, maybe even earlier, 12, 13, like you're your own personal brand. And that's what you develop between then and college in the NBA. And now you're getting money and you're getting a significant amount of money, and you were maybe the best or one of the very best players wherever you came here from. To get every one of those guys to play for somebody else on this team that they didn't even know prior to coming here or didn't know very well for the most part is remarkable. So that's the first thing I would say about Cal. Second thing is I give this staff tremendous credit, and Cal in particular, for staying positive when things were going really badly. Edward would have pulled it up, but I didn't ask for it. I didn't think about it until now, Chuck, when you were doing a postgame with Cal after a home game, and he's talking to the 500 or 1,000 fans that are behind the broadcast position there. He's signing balls or whatever, and he's saying, "We're fine." I remember him yelling, "We're fine." And all of us are going, "No, you're not." No, you're not. And he refused to even buy or listen to it. And that is that is no small task to do that, because he had he's fighting doubts in his own mind, and he just refused to go there. Here's, I think, the clip.
We're good and we're fine. We're good and we're fine.
The internal battle happening right there in that moment. And he
That's
just
a great clip.
He never let them, and then publicly to the media, he just wouldn't listen to it. He just refused to believe it, refused to listen to it. That really stood out to me. And then the last thing, and then there's probably more we could get into, is he just really, and these coaches really, seem to know how to talk to the players, how to connect with the players. You can be the best X and O coach. You can know everything there is to know in whatever sport. But if you can't connect with the players, they're not really hearing you. And how great a coach you are, if you can't get the players to respond and do it, doesn't matter. Ultimately, you're not a good coach. Your knowledge and ability to scheme and adjust and pivot and all those things, if you can't connect and get them to respond, it doesn't matter. And he's been able to do that. Every single player on this team has beaten a team this year. They've been the MVP for at least a game. And I'd submit to you, I know Z has struggled, but I would submit to you that every one of these guys has gotten better this year. Every one of them.
Well, what you talked about in terms of the relationships with the players, that's the point. And that's the key in keeping all this together. This staff works the way a really good staff is supposed to work. And by that I mean that, for example, Kenny Payne works with the big men. Working with the big men doesn't mean just, hey, let's go to work on our baseline move today. It means I'm your coach. I'm your mentor. 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. You got a problem, you come to me. We'll work it out. Every person on this staff has a player or two or three that they have that type relationship with. They're the conduit from that player to Cal. And now Cal's, there's one whistle at practice. I'm not suggesting that, he's not in every sense of the term the head coach. But the relationships that the staff builds with the players, to me, that's one of the real keys in putting together a good staff, which I think is the key in staying power for a head coach in any sport, is their ability to assemble and then maintain and grow a staff. This staff really works well together. They've all been head coaches. And look, just because you've not had great success as a head coach doesn't mean that your information cannot be invaluable to a successful head coach. Cal turns a lot of his team in terms of the personalities and the young men. He turns them over to his staff. And they really operate the way you would hope a staff would.
Yeah, great points. And it's gotten them to this point. It's going to be a great weekend of fun to enjoy Arkansas playing in the Sweet 16. And thing went on Thursday. You got another game on Saturday. It's a big weekend. You got the Arkansas Derby coming up this weekend. And obviously all the other games in March Madness happening this weekend. And I don't know about you, but when you're getting ready to maybe you're hosting a party this weekend, and somebody wants something you don't have. Like they want a particular bourbon or a bottle of wine or whatever, and you're trying to be a good host, and you got to go to a store and you're asking people, hey, what do I need? Well, Macadoodles, there's no better place to go to get all of that answered. They'll help you find it. They'll help you identify something that you may not even completely understand what you're talking about. Their customer service is second to none, and their selection is unrivaled. Wednesday, today, is Wind Down Wednesday at Macadoodles, just north of Bella Vista, just north of the state line. And at Guess Who in Bentonville, you get 15% off all bottles of wine in the store, even if it's already on sale. So an incredible selection and 15% off every Wednesday, Wine Down Wednesday at Macadoodles. The best assortment, the best allocation section, and unrivaled selection and customer service. Macadoodles, just north of Bella Vista, and guess who? And Bentonville with what to watch, which is Arkansas and Texas Tech scheduled for a 9:09 Central tip on TBS. Chuck has estimated 10:32 Eastern Time, 9:32 Central Time, 7:32
maybe a little sooner
Pacific
than that.
Time. Somewhere,
surprise
maybe if we can get the game to start before the bottom of the hour, that'd be good for all of us. 8:15. It's the Chuck and Bo Show. Good morning.
I'm not telling you that everything's great. I'm also not willing to say everything's terrible.
The Chuck and Bo Show.
The doors are open, and it's a new era of elegance. Blakeman's Fine Jewelry has unveiled its stunningly redesigned 8,500 square foot showroom for an unmatched luxury experience. There's breathtaking jewelry, of course, expert service, and private viewing rooms designed for comfort. And they've got an in-house cafe with handcrafted coffee to go along with a special coffee table book celebrating Arkansas's heritage. Because it's more than jewelry. It's your story at Blakeman's Fine Jewelry.
We care a lot about supporting Arkansas businesses here on the Chuck and Bo Show, and we both like keeping our rides looking good. Splash Car Wash just became our new neighbors here in Fayetteville. They're a locally owned Arkansas business, and they've been serving the state since 1989. They're good folks, and you can get a free car wash by texting Splash Arkansas to 22322. That's Splash Arkansas to 22322.
Ready or not, it is tax season. But luckily, H&R Block is here. Whether you need expert help with your taxes or simply have a question or two, your neighborhood H&R Block is here for you. Taxes are hard, but filing with H&R Block is easy. Walk in or make an appointment and get 100% accuracy and your max refund guaranteed. Put 70 years of tax expertise to work for you. Get those taxes squared away today at H&R Block.
Arkansas's one-stop automotive shop is right around the corner. Fayetteville Auto Park. FayettevilleAutoPark.com. Chevy, Toyota, Honda, Acura, Collision Center, all in one place. And if you're shopping pre-owned, Fayetteville Auto Park has you covered. With so many new cars sold, we always have a great selection of fresh trades. Why settle for anything less than the best? Fayetteville Auto Park, West Showroom Drive in Fayetteville. Proud sponsor of the Chuck and Bo Show.
Bo, when your show went off a few years ago, it was like I've been lost ever since then. And I just really appreciate your show.
The Chuck and Bo Show.
Bet Saracen is Arkansas's #1 mobile app for placing sports wagers.
In Arkansas, 7 out of every $10 placed on a sporting bet app is with Bet Saracen, because Bet Saracen offers more ways to win and more ways to get paid, and faster. Find your winners on Bet Saracen and look for my R prop bet specials. I pick them and you win them.
Bet Saracen is Arkansas's favorite sports wagering app.
Gambling problem? Call 800-522-4700.
I want to ride my bicycle, bicycle, bicycle.
Looking for a new ride or need a tune-up? Champion Cycling in Fort Smith has you covered. From top-of-the-line bikes like Specialized and Surly to expert repairs, apparel, and accessories, we've got everything you need to hit the trails. Stop by 5500 Mazard Road during business hours or shop anytime online at championcycling.com. Champion Cycling, helping you share in the joy of cycling.
Arkansas Fuel Injection in Fort Smith has been providing quality work for all new and rebuilt diesel pumps and injectors for over 25 years. They are a certified diesel shop with a team of quality technicians that ensure the highest quality workmanship and warranties all their work. They are open Monday through Friday 8 to 5 and has emergency service available 24 hours a day. For all your diesel pump, fuel injection, and parts needs, stop by Arkansas Fuel Injection, 6300 South 29th Street, Fort Smith. Call them today at 1-800-817-7709. Arkansas Arkansas Fuel Injection.
Come get you some. 2728 Townsend Avenue is your off-road and performance center headquarters. They've got everything from lift kits, wheels, LED light bars, UTV parts and accessories, winches and tires. Need general 4x4 repair? No problem. Come get you some has one of the largest 4x4 shops in the States. They do it all. They do it from installing a bug shield to building some of the baddest off-road machines in the country. Call them today at 782-6833. That's 782-MUD. Or check them out online at cgysoffroad.com. Come get you some.
You're listening to the Chuck and Bo Show on ESPN 95.3.
They look at each other and say, if we don't come together, we may not win a game. If we don't come together, this isn't going to happen for any of us. They knew.
The Chuck and Bo Show.
Are the Hogs Cinderella? Anybody comfortable calling them that? Is Arkansas Final Four good? Are they going to make the Elite Eight? Are they going to win the first game in San Francisco? We're talking about all of it. Chuck's already there. Cecil is in Fort Smith. It's the Chuck and Bo Show on Wednesday. Cecil, good morning.
Hey, good morning, fellas. Been listening, always listening. We're not a Cinderella team. That's an insult. We are Arkansas Razorbacks. And we're going full-fledged. We're going to San Antonio. Hey, man, I pay attention. I mean, I know I'm not the only one to pay attention to the Razorbacks, but I'm on it all the time. I'm on my computer, work all the time. And everything I click on, news break, and this is the first time, man, I'm 60 years old, and this is the first time I've ever seen Arkansas in the media like it is now. I mean, everything. I don't care what it is. That Pat McAfee show, I saw that last night or yesterday sometime. But everything that I click on is Coach Calipari, is Brazil, Tiro, Boogie. It's all over. And it makes me feel good because I'm like, excuse my French, damn, it's about time. And man, what we did this year, I can't remember any school ever doing this. I can't remember. I've been watching basketball all my life, and I've never seen a team turn around like this. And just every game we win now is just history. We done made history already, but I'm big confident that Thero's going to come in. I think he's going to play I just know he'll play more than 15 minutes. Because if he go out there blasting, why not? You know? And like you say, Bo, they don't have to. Chuck, one of y'all said it. They don't have to. They don't have to play. They're going pro, you know. But they want to play. They want to be a part of the team. Just like I told Tommy a few weeks ago, 3 weeks ago, something like that. I said, man, I watch the Razorbacks when I'm at the games. I'm watching the players on the bench. Boogie and Thero, they were definitely in the game. Like I know they wanted to play though, but they dressed well. Thero didn't dress out, but Boogie started dressing out after a while. But they kids, man, and college life is a one-time thing, you know. And I'm happy for them when they move on to the NBA, and I definitely will be watching them. And then Moody's there. I know Moody's been around. I mean, he's there in San Francisco. That's where they playing at. So it just make it even better, man. You know, and I'm just happy for them. I'm ready for tomorrow. And again, I just know we're gonna win. I'm jumping on the Bet Saracen tomorrow or later today and get my bets in.
All right, man.
But anyway, guys, Chuck, enjoy yourself. Hey, man, Bo said he's on his way out there. I'm like, wow, man. You know, because everybody want to go. You know, it just takes money to go. Sometimes people just can't go like that, you know. But, man, I'm so happy for y'all to be out there and calling the games. Chuck, you're a hell of a guy, man. I mean, you gonna be around forever and ever. I got grandkids. But he's gonna be there. You too, Bo. But I'm just saying, I could see Chuck, you know, in the back of a Uber with his hands kicked back, with his hands behind his head, just riding Frisco, riding around. I swear to God, I was just wondering that. I'm like, wow, look at this. They really enjoying themselves out there, man. But anyway, guys, I'll be tuned in, and y'all enjoy your trip and go home.
Thanks, Cecil. Chuck, the only part of that I'm wrong is Chuck does car service. the black sedan service.
No,
sometimes the Escalade, depending on how he's feeling. I had a bake sale and washed a few cars yesterday to be able to go.
I was hoofing it yesterday.
Yeah, you were walking the city, which is awesome.
I was hoofing it.
It's a lot of great scenery in the Bay Area. Obviously, the Golden Gate Bridge. If you ever get a chance to drive across it, is just like you're driving over it, thinking to yourself, like, is this real? I mean, it's just the sightseeing is incredible. Having said all that, it really stinks for Arkansas to have to go that far away to play. I'll just say, okay, they're a 10 seed, but what if you're first seeded Florida and you got to go all the way to San Francisco? I mean, like, what are we doing? It's a made-for-TV event. I get that. But fans want to go to these games. Lifetime memories are made going to these games, and it's just so far away. I mean, if you're Florida, it's a 3-hour time difference.
Right.
And they're a 1 seed. That's just tough.
It's just the
well, I had wondered, whether Arkansas would play the first game or the second game out here. And, Florida's going to play the first game. And when you think about it, if they were playing at the time Arkansas was playing, that would be anywhere from 10:10 to 10:30, Gainesville time. So what I hope is that Arkansas maybe will be, next year they'll be like Auburn or they'll be like Duke and or Purdue, and they'll have a regional in their own backyard. Maybe they won't have to go as far. I am not going to vote for Western time anymore. This is the I'm for a Central Time or an Eastern Time regional.
Yeah, you'll take it. They're in the Sweet 16, but you feel for everyone who can't go because it's just so far away. Mike is in Goshen. Hey, Mike, you're on the Chuck and Bo Show. How are you, man? Hey, Mike, turn your TV or radio down, and we'll come back to you. Mike stepped away. Yeah, Sterling in Center Ridge. Sterling, what's going on, man?
Hey, guys. I'm going to disagree with Steve respectfully a little bit. I don't mind being a Cinderella. I don't look at Cinderella being a – and so, I mean, they're never going to make a SEC school a Cinderella because of their resources. But in terms of seeding, we are the Cinderella in this tournament. Excuse me about that point here. We are the Cinderella in this. If we were the 10 seed, we were the 40 going into the tournament net. We're the lowest net team left in this tournament. And last time I checked, Cinderella was pretty fine, I thought. I mean, she was a nice-looking old girl. It was a stepsister of everyone. So,
well, it's a good story.
So, I mean, I don't think it was an insult at all. But, guys, I'm like Steve, so I'm so excited. Wish I could go. I didn't wash enough cars. Bo was having a bake sale. I didn't get enough cars washed to make it to San Francisco. But maybe if they make it to San Antonio, I can get enough car washes in.
There you go.
Maybe I can head on down there. But, guys, y'all do a wonderful job, and can't wait to hear the show tomorrow morning. Y'all guys have a great day.
Thanks.
Thank you, Sterling.
Let's hope we can pull it off.
Yeah, San Antonio's drivable. Wouldn't that be great?
Oh yeah.
Wouldn't that be great? I mean, there would be. There would be a lot of Razorback fans make that trip.
And it's a great city too.
A lot to do between now and then.
Let me try Mike again. Mike dropped off. 877-377-6963. Bart in the Chevy of Fayetteville Situation Room. What do you have, Bart?
Well,
I'm just messing with you.
Yeah, I do have something.
Okay, well,
but
I know you're usually sitting on something.
I was going to wait and bring it up in the break and then see if we wanted to do anything with it.
I mean, we're here.
So Chuck mentioned earlier that Cal has a 12-3 record in Sweet 16 games, and I was like, damn, that's really, really impressive. And so I was like, well, how's that compare to the other coaches in the field? And what I found is we have a lot of coaches left in the Sweet 16 who don't have a lot of success in the Sweet 16. You've got Cal, who's 12-3, and Tom Izzo's 10-5. But then you have Kelvin Sampson, who's 4-4. Bruce Pearl is 2-3. Rick Barnes 4-5. Matt Painter 2-5. Tommy Lloyd has never won a Sweet 16 game. He's 0-2. Nate Oates 1-2.
Most of those guys were ranked ahead of Cal in that silly ranking we saw yesterday.
And then you have 5 guys who have never coached a Sweet 16 game. So when you're looking at the teams left in the Sweet 16, you want Cal on your side. You're glad you have Cal on your side because he has the experience that these other guys don't. Grant McCaslin's never coached a Sweet 16 game. He's never in his career been on as big a stage as he will be tomorrow night from a coaching standpoint.
I mean, it's a fun stat, and I don't mean to say it doesn't matter, but obviously it doesn't
It's
impact
all one
the game.
game.
But I do think that we've forgotten a lot of things about Cal too. And I asked Dari about this in the first hour, Chuck. I don't even remember how I phrased the question, but it was like I was really driving at the fact, like, has Cal changed people's mind from a year ago, and has it been like a resurgent type of year for him and people realizing what kind of coach he is? And Dari said, well, let's see if they go to the Final Four. Let's see, Sweet 16, I don't know. It's a nice story, but to me, it's a year for Cal where people are like, oh, yeah, that guy's pretty good. Like, they forgot because he had 2 or 3 years at Kentucky. I don't remember what exactly it was where they weren't having NCAA tournament success. And then, Chuck, during the break a minute ago, Edwards said as good as Cal's career has been, it could be even better, like his resume, if it weren't for 2 shots.
2 shots. 2017, Luke May, North Carolina in the Elite Eight. They could have gone to another Final Four, and then the Mario Chalmers shot.
To finish second.
Knows.
Yeah, in the national championship game. I mean,
Bart's
I forgot about that
shaking
Luke
his
May.
head.
I forgot about the Luke May shot.
I don't ever want to hear the name Mario Chalmers again in my life.
You're Memphis.
I'm
from Memphis.
I'm from Memphis.
So
yeah,
that was when Cal was with
grew
Memphis.
Grew up cheering for the Tigers.
Yeah.
So, yeah, that was a scarring moment.
All right, we'll get back to the phones in a second. That's Bart in the Chevy of Fayetteville Situation Room. Where right now, 2025 deals are happening here in the first quarter of the year. $15K off the all-new 25 Chevy Equinox EV and Blazer EV. And if you're looking for a tough, dependable truck, it's also Truck Month. The 2025 Silverado up to $11,500 off. 2025 Tahoe up to $12,500 off. Stop by, see our friends Chris, Mark, and Denver. Tell them you heard about it on the Chuck and Bo Show. Chevy of Fayetteville, inside the Fayetteville Auto Park. 832. Good morning.
That's the actual question. What the hell's going on around here?
The Chuck and Bo Show.
First Security is about more than great banking. Yes, we provide the financial expertise, digital tools, and everything else you need when you need it. But we also go all in on local support with friendly professionals, plus convenient locations all across the state. Because we believe personal banking is better banking. Visit fsbank.com for details. That's fsbank.com for friendly, local banking with First Security. Bank better. Member FDIC.
Hey, it's Bo Mattingly, and McDonald Eye Associates is my one-stop for any vision need. The progressives they have me in are a game changer, and my new sunglasses are going to be great for baseball season. McDonald Eye was the first practice in the state to perform LASIK, and they have the most experience. They also have the new vision correction options for all ages, including cataract and clear lens replacement to see your best from all distances. For your best vision, McDonald Eye is the place to go.
And I listen in every day. Everybody know that. I met a guy last night. Love y'all to death, Jeff.
Good.
The Chuck and Bo Show.
Here's the 1-1. Swung on, skied into left. That ball's hit pretty well. It is gone. Brett Eibner's hit a home run and the ball game's tied. Brett Eibner has hit a home run and the ball game is tied. The Razorbacks down to their final out, and Eibner, for all his troubles this season, has just saved things.
Listen to every Razorback baseball game on ESPN 95.3 and hitthatline.com.
It's Markdown Madness at Harry Robinson, Salisaw Ford, 1 mile south of exit 308 off I-40 in Salisaw. Savings up to $15,000 off on Ford F-150s, and you can shoot a hoop, make up to $500.
All you have to do is go on a test drive. Come down here. The excitement is high. The energy is high here at Harry Robinson, Salisaw Ford. We've got a lot of awesome deals going on right now. We added up all of the discounts on the remaining 24s, over $250,000 in discounts. So come down here and see us Madness, this is where you want to buy your new Ford. If you want to save some money, you've got a little bit of negative equity. We can help you with that right now at Harry Robinson Salisal Ford.
All right, I got to ask about this goal. You got a goal right here by the front door. What's the deal with it?
Man, all you have to do, go on a test drive. You get a shot. We got 3 different spots, $50, $100, and up to $500. All you have to do, make a shot on the basketball goal and win some money.
Markdown Madness, Harry Robinson, Salisal Ford, 1 mile south of exit 308 off I-40 in Salisal.
Attention business owners, are you overpaying for your website, dropping thousands up front and shelling out more than $95 a month? Stop the madness! With Modular Orange, you get a custom-built, fully managed website for just $95 a month. No hidden fees, no headaches. They write it, build it, launch it, update it, and secure it so you can focus on your business. Ditch the overpriced hassle and go simple. Visit modularorange.com today. That's modularorange.com.
Spring has arrived, bringing warmer days, road trips, and unpredictable spring showers. That's why it's the perfect time to visit Southern Tire Mart. From top quality tires to expert service at competitive prices, we'll make sure your vehicle is ready for all your spring adventures. Visit our Fort Smith location at 9700 Highway 271 and let us prepare your ride for whatever the season brings. Southern Tire Mart is a proud dealer of Yokohama tires. Southern Tire Mart, we keep America rolling.
At Evans Body Shop, we take pride in delivering exceptional customer service to our customers. Here's what some of them have to say.
It was the kindness that got me. Then I witnessed their work.
And their customer service was just exceptional.
They are so kind and understanding, and they let you feel like you don't need to worry about anything, especially dealing with the insurance company. That was great, and the repair work was tremendous.
Evans Body Shop, where we meet the nicest people by accident.
Forsgren is hiring immediately. Forsgren Incorporated, a heritage company and premier employer, is now hiring equipment operators, pipe layers, concrete finishers, and laborers. Have experience in any of these areas? Apply now at goforsgren.com. Don't delay. Forsgren is hiring now at goforsgren.com. Don't miss your opportunity to join the Forsgren legacy. Forsgren has immediate openings for equipment operators, pipe layers, concrete finishers, and laborers. Apply now at goforsgren.com. Forsgren Incorporated is an equal opportunity employer.
It's your favorite time of year, March Madness, and the #1 place to get all your alcohol this basketball postseason is Eastside Liquor in Fort Smith. Located at 9390 Rogers Avenue, Eastside Liquor has everything you need. Dave Bushko and his team have all your beer, seltzers, wine, liquor, and more. Eastside Liquor, they always come up clutch in the postseason.
Arkansas wins the national championship!
You're listening to the Chuck and Bo Show on ESPN 95.3.
When streaming became a thing, Chuck became the ultimate homebody. Now I don't ever have to leave now. It's all right here. My whole,
a lot of truth to
my
that.
whole portal to the outside world is through streaming.
The Chuck and Bo Show.
Taxes can be hard. Filing with H&R Block is easy. You just walk in or make an appointment, and you get 100% accuracy and your max refund guaranteed. 70 years of tax expertise going to work for you at H&R Block. Chuck's in San Francisco. He's in the Bay Area. He took a
sitting
walk.
by the bay.
Sitting at the dock by the bay.
Well.
Have you been?
Oh boy.
Have you been to Fisherman's Wharf? Did you go?
I have. I had a big piece of Dungeness crab and a sandwich. Man, it was great.
Oh, Bart's just jealous. Mike,
it was awesome.
Mike in Goshen. Mike, good morning.
Hey, good morning, guys. This question is directed, I guess, to Bart and Edward. What are our best options for watching the game since it's not on CBS?
What do you mean? Like TV?
What are our best options for watching the game?
Well,
since CBS is not covering the Razorbacks.
Well, TBS is pretty. It's
You
pretty
got
standard.
cable?
You can get a cable box.
Yeah, I've got cable. I've
$40.
got Fubo TV.
Well, if you've got cable, there's a you just watch it on TBS. It's not on CBS, but it's on TBS.
Channel 2.
Like the NBA.
And then, Chuck, do you think Coach Musselman will be in attendance at the game?
I would not imagine, no.
Okay.
I mean,
Well,
he's
safe travels.
in L.A. That's
Thank you.
It's a little
Yeah.
ways away.
Yeah, it's this is not like going from Fayetteville to Fort Smith. This is L.A. to San Francisco is a pretty long way, but I wouldn't think he'd be there anyway. I'm sure he's happy for him.
Here
I think
you
he
go.
tweeted that out, tweeted something out to that effect, if I'm not mistaken.
You hear this? Make you smile? Make you think about your walk yesterday?
Yeah, it does. It really does.
You seem like you're doing great.
I'm doing fine.
You've adjusted. You went for a walk.
Well, I'm trying to as best I can. I'm trying to keep my body clock on Central Time, and we'll see how it goes.
Yeah, that's tough. But you're a veteran. You're a veteran traveler, so you know what's going on. Got a text from Jesse in Springdale. This took some turns here.
Uh-oh.
I got to say, guys, I listen to your show most mornings on my drive to work, and I just think the show is really good. You guys put off the vibe. You genuinely like each other and the Hogs. Here's where we take another turn. Bo, I saw you once years ago when I was working at Roost Chris, and I thank the Lord that you're out there because there's not many men on earth shorter than I am.
Wow.
There were a lot of turns there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it ended with a shot.
It ended with a downward shot, apparently.
Well, but I mean, he's talking about. I mean, he's saying I'm short too.
He clearly smokes because he was outside of Roost Chris on a smoke break while I was at Tropical Smoothie.
There you go.
He didn't see me inside.
I thought he was going to say you were like a bad tipper or something like that.
Yeah, that's a good one. I think you should get that bracketology guy back on and ask him how the heck he got this wrong.
Ooh.
That's from Rob in the 501.
Oh, Jerry Palm.
Is Jerry Palm going to be there? Is he out in San Fran?
I don't know.
Does Jerry Palm
I really
go to
don't
games?
know.
Has
No,
anybody
he
checked
doesn't
in
go
with
to
Joe
games.
Lenardi to see if it was a bad idea to really bring Boogie Flan back?
Oh,
Does
gosh,
Joe
man.
Lenardi think it was a bad idea to bring Thero back?
By the way, Lunardi, so ESPN.com, like they did this thing. They had 3 people pick every Sweet 16 game and give a score. And Lunardi has Texas Tech winning 75-65. So go ahead and expect the opposite of that to happen.
I mean, look.
I mean, it could
Lenardi's
happen,
a great bracketologist, but
not an
he's not an analyst. I mean, come on. He played in the driveway when he was 9. I mean, that does not qualify you to be an analyst.
Are you sure?
Well, he kept the scorebook for the neighborhood games, okay?
Yeah. That's seemingly more accurate.
Okay.
Then the
His
idea
time
that
to shine is over. Like you're done. Your time
That's
is
right.
done. Go back into the bracket bunker and we'll wake you up.
Well, look.
next
Listen,
March.
I hate predictions because it makes fools out of us all. All right? And Bart, you do a better job than most people with it, and you have sound logic when you come up with picks most of the time. None of us know whether that's actually accurate or not because you pick these freaking games that nobody's paying attention to out in the, San Bobos, whatever. I don't even, who knows?
The New Mexico Lobos.
But I mean, you have these locks and stuff and whatever. But making predictions or whatever. And I'll be honest, I can't tell you a lot about Texas Tech other than what Bart's told me. And, other people that have covered the team, and I can't name their roster. Here's what
You've had travel plans to attend.
Well, I've been on the phone, you're right, with airline companies and hotels and the whole other story. But, yeah, a lot of things to do. But, look, here's my point. How's Arkansas a 10-point – they're not a 10-point underdog, but Lenardi
Five and a half
to
point
Lenardi they are. How are they a 10-point underdog to anybody? Are you watching them play? And again, they might go lose by 20 on Thursday, but if you're just going by what's happened lately, what is anybody that's picking these games, are they watching the games?
Arizona is a 9.5-point underdog to Duke. Legitimate. That's the spread on the game. Arkansas would not be a 9.5-point underdog to Duke. They would not be a 10-point underdog to anybody left in the tournament field. Period.
I'm surprised that Vegas has them a 5.5-point underdog to Texas Tech.
I thought the line would be closer to like 3.
It's like every game. It's going to be 5.5 to 6.5 points.
Hey, that's fine. Whatever. Like keep betting the Hogs and keep making
listen,
money.
I'm not saying this because they won the game. I'm not saying this because Arkansas beat St. John's, but they had the wrong team favored in that game. Period. Like the moment they tipped the ball off, Arkansas was the better team, and it was a matter of whether they would live up to it.
Same was true in the Kansas game.
And then they overcame all that adversity. I just don't understand these lines, Chuck. I don't like.
Well, I think it goes back to the fact there's really not a true Cinderella. I don't care if you're a 10 seed. If you come out of a power conference, you've got resources that Cinderella traditionally doesn't have, and so the only thing that made the St. John's win an upset was the seed line. Hey, I'm as amateur as it gets, but I watched St. John's play 2 or 3 times, and I mean they're just not as good as Arkansas. I don't care what their record is. I don't care what conference they play in.
Watching them play one game, you said they're not quick enough.
Yeah, and I mean there's just a difference, and I didn't know if it was going to be as real as we'd heard it was, but it has been. I mean, when you've got 7 of the 16, I mean I watched Ole Miss just dominate Iowa State. So. The only thing, again, that makes anything an upset at this point is seed line. And I'm not going to knock the committee and say they misseeded. But, the 6 seed Ole Miss was, 20 points better than the 3 seed. And, again, Arkansas, you're right. Arkansas was the better team against St. John's. And the line sure didn't reflect that.
We got to hit a break. We'll try to get to some calls when we come back. If you're looking for an edge, I'm going to need it. With my travel plans to San Francisco, the Sweat and them Edge, I'm relying on that to show up for me like it does on a daily basis right now. If you're not feeling great, you want to have more energy, you want to feel better, get tested. Just get the evaluation. Like get your labs. It's free to get evaluated. SweatNumCosmetic.com. Ask them about the Sweat and them Edge. It can be the difference. For many of us, it is. The Sweat and them Edge. Google it if you forget, but go to SweatNumCosmetic.com and click on the Sweat and them Edge and get evaluated today. Feel and look better. It can happen. 846. Good morning.
Bo, you said something interesting. I don't think you meant to, but when you talked about Phil's...
The Chuck and Bo Show.
If you're having issues with your gutters or drainage around the house, you need to call Hog Trough Gutters. They're locally owned and operated with over 30 years of experience. Seamless gutters made on site, trenching and French drains. Plus, they're fully licensed and insured, and every job comes with a 20-year guarantee. Hog Trough Gutters services all of Northwest Arkansas and the River Valley. Log on to their website, hoggutters.com, to find out more. That's hog, Gutters.com.
It seems like everything is more expensive this year, but at Paschal Air Plumbing and Electric, we're here to help lighten the load. This new year, enjoy no payments and no interest on all home repairs and replacements. Whether it's fixing that stubborn plumbing issue, replacing an aging heating and air system, or upgrading your electrical, our Paschal pros are here to keep your home running smoothly and stress-free. Visit GoPaschal.com today to schedule your service. Paschal Air Plumbing and Electric. Professional people, professional service. See dealer for details with approved credit. Restrictions apply.
I'm Dr. Scotty Bolding, a native Arkansan oral and maxillofacial surgeon. One of my goals is to make Arkansans healthier.
If you have sleep disorder breathing, it's important to treat it properly. The standard treatment's a breathing machine called CPAP. It helps you breathe during the night. However, there are other options thanks to some truly innovative and proven technologies.
Sleep is probably God's gift of medicine that we really don't utilize enough. If you have obstructive sleep apnea, it needs to be treated. So you need to be wearing your CPAP. So if you're not wearing your CPAP, there are some potential surgical solutions that can help you that actually work today. By correcting the jaw deformities that may be causing this obstructive sleep apnea is where we focus.
Dr. Bolding at Precedent Center for Facial and Dental Medicine works carefully with your sleep physician, determines where the underlying obstruction may be, and provides surgical solutions that open the airway, allowing you to breathe better.
Hey, give us a call, 479-755-3000, or log on to our website, precedent.com, PRECIDENT. We'd love to help.
Oaklawn is your hot springs escape.
Enjoy plush comfort, upscale dining, and Arkansas's only Forbes 4-star rated spa at our luxury hotel. And with easy access to Hot Springs National Park and sparkling lakes, Oaklawn is your home base for everything the region has to offer. Come stay, play, and get away at Oaklawn, a Forbes Travel Guide recommended hotel. Make your reservation at oaklawn.com. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-522-4700.
Flight by Yingling. It's the next generation of light beer. For those who don't follow trends, but craft them. Flight by Yingling is 12 ounces of uncompromised refreshment from America's oldest brewery. With only 2.6 grams of carbs and 95 calories, this is premium refreshment 6 generations in the making. Don't just raise a glass. Raise the bar. Flight by Yingling. Available wherever beer is sold. DG Yingling and Son Incorporated. Pottsville, Pennsylvania. Please enjoy responsibly.
Man, can you imagine if we all lived together, if we just walked into the living room at like 6 a.m. and just started talking each other's heads off? There's no good morning. I can't have my first cup of coffee.
Somebody would get shot. The Chuck and Bo Show.
Precision Garage Door features the finest quality materials, installation, and service for all your garage door needs, including garage door repair and new garage doors and openers. Fully licensed and insured with the largest showroom in Northwest Arkansas at 1907 Town West Drive in Rogers and in Fort Smith at 416 North 10th Street. Call Precision Garage Door today at 844-PDS-DOOR or check them out online at PrecisionDoorNWA.com. Financing is available. Precision Garage Door, voted Best Garage Door Company of Northwest Arkansas and the River Valley.
Let the fun begin at 810 Billiards and Bowling. We've got daily specials to keep the good times rolling. Martini Mondays along with bingo, $2 Tuesdays, high noon Wednesdays, and thirsty Thursdays. Plus, Friday is ladies' night. You love trivia? Join us on Wednesday for trivia night. Great food, great drinks, and endless fun all day, every day. All at 810 Billiards and Bowling, 5609 Rogers Avenue in Fort Smith. We'll see you there.
Need a little extra cash? Go see Rusty at Golden Gym Pond, 310 West Center in Greenwood. Get the money you need with loans on jewelry, guns, tools, and electronics. If you're looking for a gift, they have a large selection of jewelry to choose from, and Rusty can take care of all jewelry repair. Stop by Golden Gym Pond today, 310 West Center in Greenwood, or call 996-2792. Open 9 to 5:30 Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, and Friday, and 9 to 3 on Wednesday. Golden Gym Pond.
Up to $10,000 off on select GMC Sierras at Harry Robinson Buick GMC. The GMC Sierra will conquer the road with confidence. Up to $10,000 off. Or lease the all-new 2025 GMC Hummer EV. With hands-free driving assistance, go 0 to 60 in under 3 seconds for as low as $800 a month. Harry Robinson Buick GMC. We are professional grade. Harry Robinson Buick GMC. Exit 11 off of I-540 in Fort Smith.
You're listening to the Chuck and Bo Show on ESPN 95.3.
All season, you guys have fought. Just fight. You play loose and free and fight. That's who we are. Why don't we let magic happen? Give it a chance. Go be us.
The Chuck and Bo Show.
William is in Lafayette, Louisiana. William, good morning. You're on the Chuck and Bo Show.
Good morning.
Hey, William.
Go Hogs. Go Hogs.
Yes, sir.
I just wanted to call in, and I know you're going out there, Bo, and Chuck, you're already out there, and I've spent a little time in San Francisco, so I wanted to recommend a couple places to see you guys if y'all looking for a good meal.
All right.
So John's Grill, Steak and Seafood, I would highly recommend that for lunch. You ever see the old Bogart movie, The Maltese Falcon? It was literally in there, right? It's a really neat place, really good food. So if you guys or any other hog fans are looking for a good place to get a meal, I recommend that. And then I know we're going to win tomorrow night, so y'all are going to be out there till Sunday. And if y'all looking for a place to celebrate, Epic Steaks, it's on the San Francisco side at the foot of, not the Golden Gate, but the Bay Bridge. Mm-hmm. Phenomenal atmosphere. Just all glass, bridge lit up. It's wonderful. So I want to share that with you guys and the Hog brothers and sisters and everyone. Call the Hogs out there, and we're going to have a good time. And I'll be talking to y'all next week. Celebrate. Thanks.
All right, man.
All right,
Wow,
William,
that was really
thank
nice
you.
of you. Thanks for calling in. I asked Chuck, and he recommended Buffalo Wild Wings and Denny's. So I appreciate that.
I'm actually familiar with John's. I've been to John's before, and it's he's right. He's exactly right.
That's what's. It's not only great food, but some of the scenery. The settings are what could be really cool about San Francisco.
There are, and we watch. I mean, you can watch the news, and you can be afraid of every place in the world if you're not careful. But the areas that we are in are, I mean, it's terrific. I've always maintained the tourist parts, and I admit I've not gone deep into a lot of the other areas, but the tourist parts of San Francisco, I mean, you'd be hard pressed to find a better city in the world, and it's quite a place.
Well said, and I feel better already. By the
you'll
way,
be fine.
Yeah, thank you. I'm getting in there in the middle of the night. I sure hope so. Today's National Spinach Day, National Matinee Appreciation Day. So, Chuck, maybe take
Manatee Appreciation Day. Manatee.
I'm going with matinee.
Well,
I like mine better.
Sea animal.
I like mine better.
Do they live in the sea?
The sea cow. We're talking about the sea cow.
It's also national.
I appreciate a good manatee and a good matinee, so I can appreciate both today.
It's also National Little Red Wagon Day.
Yeah.
Enjoy doing the first hour or two of the show tomorrow, Mark.
Yeah.
Talk all about it.
Have a great
Hey,
trip.
I'll be here too. All right, thank you. Have a happy Manatee Day. Chuck and Bo Show.
We care a lot about supporting Arkansas businesses here on the Chuck and Bo Show, and we both like keeping our rides looking good.